So at this point, she's just dancing around at this place. Normal, but I mean, she's got this skimpy thing on. You know what? I'll put a picture.
One-piece bathing suit.
Yeah, I'll put the picture up on there so she can see.
Hey, so, are you ready to have some fun? Because I am.
Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time to kick ass.
Anything could happen.
Oh, that is gross. Do you think you can handle it?
Make some noise!
Welcome to Back and Forth with Wes and Mike. I'm Wes.
I'm Mike.
It's Tuesday,
Yes, it is. You know what Tuesday is?
the day after Monday.
Damn, you're good.
Perfect timing with that siren.
I can't.
It's almost like
that's
it
how
waited.
that's how we know how to start.
That's right. Well, the last couple of times we've been starting early. This is weird now.
Not today.
I don't know why this is weirder than normal.
It feels weird. You did something.
Well, I put these wires all so they weren't just hanging around, but now I feel like it's
now
like
it's now you threw it off.
It's like it's in my mouth. Oh, you know.
Well, you're already used to that. That shouldn't be unusual to you.
Funny.
We're gonna start it right off.
Why is this on the wrong side?
Don't you think you would have done that in the hour prior to us doing the show?
That has to be the right side, doesn't it? What'd you do on the way up here?
I drove up here. That was it. Listen to some music.
You didn't stop at the store or anything?
No, because I finally got your cheap ass to buy a drink for once.
Did you get some?
Yeah, I did. Some 7-Up.
7-Up.
I'm sure I'll pay for it some way or another.
What happened since when were we up here last?
I can't remember. When was it?
The episode went out
Friday.
yesterday. We were here Friday.
Yeah.
So Saturday, Sunday. Any updates on Yellowstone? Just kidding. Don't tell us.
Yeah, there is updates, but I'm not going to tell you.
Good ones?
They're pretty good.
Really?
I'm thinking this coming Sunday is going to be probably one of the better ones. Just the way they left this last one.
Oh, yeah. Well, they do a good job because that's exactly what they want
They
you to do.
leave you hanging so bad.
I got to watch it next week.
Oh, my God.
Because of what happened in the one before.
We need to get some lessons from them so we can get people to keep coming back to us.
Look at the size of this thing.
Zip your pants, you pervert. You remember we're on camera now. Jesus.
I don't even know if that worked. I never turned the volume back up.
That's the biggest pickle I ever seen.
Well, I heard it twice then. There's two of us.
Yeah, that's true. He was only talking to me, though.
What? Anything happen in sports? Giants lose or anything?
Giants won, actually.
Cowboys lost.
No, not surprised there.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of a weird weekend for sports, wasn't
We
it?
have the Dolphins this week. The Giants do.
Oh, you'll get 2 in a row then.
Well, they're 5-7. I mean, it's not great, but they're better than us. We're 4-7. So the way we've been, I will say though, this game this past week against the Eagles was our first game without Jason Garrett because we got rid of him Tuesday.
Who's in there now?
So,
I haven't even been paying.
They said his name. I can't even remember.
Is it like
now.
a backup guy, or do they have somebody on the hook?
I can't even remember, to be honest with you. I was a few beers deep before the game started. They were tasting good. So, but either way, we played good. We had no penalties. So
None at all. Nothing
if we
major.
did, maybe 2 or 3 next to compared to what we used to have. That's nothing.
I can't get this thing right. This arm thing. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's just the way it always was.
Set up exactly like mine.
It's just the way it was the last episode, but I keep fiddling with it.
Well, stop playing with shit.
I don't need that up. What's this thing you already got pulled up? I don't want to do a whole bunch of news because we did it last time. Kind of, we filled the whole thing up with news, but this one was a cool one.
Some of the stuff's funny.
Oh God, this one is for sure.
Yeah, what's
this is on the viral feed.
Yeah,
where is it?
It's a video, but we won't put it on.
I can't even see. Oh, video of woman spraying her breast milk around at festival goes viral. Where is this festival?
Yeah, it tells you. We're going to look here. It does tell you. I was reading through it.
Well, let's find out where that is, and we'll go there.
It says she's dressed in a skimpy black leotard, black hat, sunglasses, red shoes, began fiddling with her outfit, and threw a few moves on a dance floor, but no one realized what was about to come. If you could,
She looks like Chelsea Handler.
if anybody's listening, but you got to look this up and see this shit. Either way, she had intent on proving her party loving days are not behind her. The new mom pulled aside her skimpy swimsuit to flash her breast, and that's where it all went downhill. And then shocked her fellow ravers when she apparently started to squirt her own breast milk at crowds like a super soaker.
Says that right there in the article?
It like literally says exactly. Yeah, I didn't make that up. It literally says that.
Look at her. She's hot, though. I mean, she's nasty. She's like trailer hot, but she's
The only
hot.
thing that would have pissed me off is that obviously I'm going to a rave, so I would have forgot my Oreos.
Your Oreos?
Oreos?
Oh, for the milk.
You fucking dummy. Just get on my level, bud.
I'm doing levels right now.
If you were a fat kid, you'd understand. Anyway, that's just, I don't know. Another female raver was like, how is she doing that? I kind of like almost like the girl with two vaginas. I'd almost like to see how she's squirting it like a super soaker.
What do you mean?
Boy,
How's she doing that? You just squeeze them.
That's quiet as hell. Yeah, but they don't. How does she
See,
shoot
now
it?
it's not. When you just did that, it went right
How
to
do
the
you
top.
shoot it like a super soaker, though? That's the thing.
Like this. You just scrunch that thing. How do you do it? You show me. You got the ones that...
I've never done it, though.
You got the ones with milk in them.
Yeah, but I've never done it.
Yeah, I think that's cool. I would give her on a trailer hot scale 7.
7.
She looks like Chelsea Handler, and maybe that's why.
That's why she's.
Well, look at this lady. Or is that a guy? Either whatever it is, it's in like a monkey costume with ears, like cat ears or something.
Just getting sprayed with her tongue out.
Yeah, right down on her knees with her tongue out. That's a girl. I could tell by her knees, actually. Yeah, so it's not like they made an issue out of it, but nobody seems to care. Look at these people in the background. I'm going to put a picture. This one I'm going to put a picture of. Let me write this down so I remember to do this. It's right in the beginning here, too, so it'll be easy.
This is a good one, I think, with her face with her hat sideways, so they can get a good view of her with her shoes and.
Well, because it's first of all, I want everybody to see her what she looks like. Because I mean, you can't really see her, but she's got a hell of a body.
She's not hideous.
No, the worst part of that's a lot of milk.
Well, that's what I'm telling you.
Are you on that big picture?
Yeah, where they got the titty blurred out. Yeah, I'm on the same one as you.
Yeah, and then
that's what I'm telling you, though. Yeah, it comes out you can squeeze it, but it don't fucking shoot like that.
Right.
Yeah, at least not to my knowledge.
I get what you're saying. She must be hammering that thing.
Yeah, I tell you.
Or something.
Imagine what else fucking shoots like a super soaker.
What? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at her. I'm telling you, that's Chelsea Handler. That could pass off for Chelsea Handler right there. And I think that's half the reason she has such a trashy. Other than if you take away the squirting
I don't even know
breast
who
milk,
that is that you're talking about.
You don't know Chelsea Handler?
No.
You expect to be a fucking comedian and you don't know Chelsea. Let me look her up here. Well, that ain't gonna help you. Look up.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking. It ain't gonna make any difference to you. Anyway, you'll see it. I don't know if. Well, actually, she probably would. To be honest, she'd probably be the one to do it.
Now you got me looking her up just to see. Oh, look at first one that pops up like they were listening to us.
What is going on? This computer, I'm all screwed up today. Bad.
Why? What's it doing?
Well, it's just not like everything that I'm used to doing here.
I guess it does look like her a little bit, but not.
I mean, it's hard to tell because you can't really see that girl's face. Just really all you could see is milk.
Yeah, just squirting everywhere.
Good for her.
And
I'm happy for her.
Yeah, and she should.
I'm happy for her.
It.
Hell, if I could do it, I probably would.
Yeah, she's at a rave. Why not? Let her have some fun.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it. Let her live a little. Live a little bit. That's all.
This is a big one for you.
What?
We'll do one more thing, and I want to ask you some questions. But this is a big one for you, and I know that because you told me to look at this one. And I know it bothers you because you hate this shit anyway. New York City okays safe sites for drug use, aiming to curb overdoses.
They fucking care about people having a safe space to shoot up heroin. What about our elderly? What about our veterans? What about our diabetics that can't get their insulin?
Them.
Yeah, fuck them all.
Fuck them. We don't care about that.
You're a heroin junkie? Oh my God. Let me give you a safe place. And we'll even provide the needles and the spoons, whatever you need to make this happen. We'll take care of it.
Well, they play it off like we're saving lives by doing that. These people don't die because of that. Well, what about the veterans that are freezing to death in the middle of the night because they're homeless? They're dying just the same. Why don't you?
Starving to death.
It's, they do this shit right in front of us. The government does this right in front of us. And I can't believe, I mean, here we are talking about it.
Feed right into it.
Yeah, they don't even care. Like, people read that and go, oh, that sucks, and just go on to, and nobody ever does nothing about it. I mean, of course, I'm saying the same thing. I'm not doing nothing about it.
Yeah.
What are you and me going to do? Take over the government? I mean, it just don't work that way. So,
boy, I wish we could.
The thing of it is, you need everybody. And
it just turns my stomach to read this kind of stuff. Like, there's so much in this world. They could be doing a lot other things to help people. And I'm sorry if people get offended by this, but I don't care. I have no use for a junkie. I don't care.
Right.
I don't care. They say it's a sickness, whatever. No, it's a choice. It's not a sickness. It's a choice. You
Right.
choose to do that.
It's a habit. People quit
could
smoking every day.
I
It
could
ain't
go
easy,
out
but
right
they do
now.
it.
I could go out right now and find heroin, shoot up if I want. But you know why I don't? Because I choose not to. It's simple as that.
Well, you could choose to get off of addiction, too.
You're hooked on it. Well, yeah, you never would have been hooked on it if you never did it. Oh, well, I had a rough upbringing. Oh, shut the fuck up. Everybody's had a rough life. Nobody's had life perfect.
Yeah, go be a porn star like the actual people.
Yeah. It's just, it's disgusting. And then they're doing this kind of shit. It really pisses me off, to be honest with you. It really drives me crazy. It almost makes me speechless, even though I haven't been about it. But you know what I mean? Like, it's like
I
I'm
haven't
like,
heard you speechless in 22 years.
Yeah, but it makes me so mad. I want to be careful
I'll make
what I
this
say.
house a fucking safe site if it makes you speechless.
I want to be careful what I say on here because we'll be going down the tubes real quick if I get going too much. But
Well, I mean, it is what it is. Drug dealers drug dealers don't help, but the druggies don't. I see what you're saying. I think addiction isn't that easy. You can't just stop, but it can be stopped. I don't think it's a sickness. I think it's a choice to quit smoking. I think it's a choice to quit. It's hard for people. Yeah, it ain't easy, but people do quit smoking every day. They quit drinking every day.
My thing of it is, you think by making these safe spaces for people to do it is helping them stop? You're literally just giving them the means and the safe place to do it.
Yeah, but a bar does the same thing to an alcoholic.
They're just as bad then. Fuck them.
You are an alcoholic.
I ain't no alcoholic. I don't go to meetings.
Right. You don't go to safe spaces where they hand you beer.
Absolutely not.
For free anyway.
Absolutely not. Basically, what I'm getting at is that they're not trying to stop the heroin epidemic, the problems with it. They're just helping it. That's all there's doing.
I could see them doing that if we had extra money and we could do it.
The money could be going a lot other places. That's
right.
all.
If we saved everybody else that we should be saving first and then did that, I'd be okay with it. More so okay with it. But the fact that there's people freezing out in the streets and we can't put them in homes or feed them, people on insulin
or care to,
people with diabetes, this is right up your alley. The diabetes stuff.
I mean, fortunately for me, I have a good job with great insurance, so it doesn't cost me next to anything, obviously. So, but people that don't have that luxury, that aren't blessed that way, what do?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. What, you can't give some funding to give people their insulin?
They're giving away COVID vaccines.
Yeah.
Why can't they? Maybe when COVID's over, they can start giving insulin to patients.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you got? You having some problems?
I'm just tightening it up a little bit. I'm not having problems like you were. Mine's all right.
You know why? I'm so far over this way. I got to get over here. I think. There we go. Now.
Yeah, put your feet up. I don't want to get comfortable or
now
anything.
We're in business.
I'll just put my boot right up on you.
Put it right on my leg.
Yeah.
Put it right on my leg.
Make some room, fella. I'm coming over.
That's the biggest pickle I ever seen.
Yes, you're right.
Okay, so we got through that. Oh, wait a minute. Just quick before. What does this say? Update on deadly Michigan school shooting live right now. You see that?
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
What's going on with that? I didn't want to do a whole lot of move.
I didn't actually read it. I seen it. I didn't read into it, but I just know there was 3 dead, I think, last time I saw it, and several hurt, I think.
Just so any of your listeners know, it's Tuesday, November 30th. So when you hear this, don't think that there's a school shooting going on Thursday morning when this comes out.
Yeah, you'll be confusing everybody. They'll be like, what the hell's going on?
I clicked on it. Nothing comes up.
I don't know. I didn't even try to click on it, so I couldn't.
Yeah, you know what? I'll wait
just had
until
the headline and
right. I'll wait until it's until that gets over. What was Chris telling you about suggestions? Didn't he give you a couple of suggestions that he thought? I thought a couple of them were a good idea.
So do I. I got to find them here for a second.
I think a lot of them are going to be too hard for me to do.
Well, yes and no. I don't know. But that Patreon, do like a weekly blooper for paid subscribers, which I kind of like, to be honest with you, to give them like a behind the scenes look or something. I
don't think I'm going to make that a weekly thing, though. I don't want to be held to that. Although when people are paying every month, you kind of are, and that's why I haven't talked too much about it.
Here's the thing, though. We start this camera well before we start recording, so we're always going to have it. It's not even like we have to do anything special because we're already doing it anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That camera's rolling.
Well, I feel like if they're paying,
rolling 10 minutes at least before we
if
even
they're going to pay
recording.
a service every month and we just give them a video of us sitting down and pulling the mics up to our face, it's kind of, I just want to make sure it's worth it to them.
A lot more happens than that.
For $5 a month. $5 a month or whatever it is. Some, what's it, 5? One of them's 10, one of them's 12.
But then we got to pick maybe like a best bloopers or funny moments or something and put that up on and make it an episode of itself maybe or something. I don't know.
Work out something like that.
We just different
I'll
things. See,
figure out
just
something.
ideas. That's all. Throwing them out there to see what we like, what we don't like, or try it. I mean, he talked about we discussed. He was over at my house last night, so that's why we were discussing this. But maybe like a PO box to have people mail stuff to us to be like, hey,
These guys don't care enough to even email us, and that's free.
Well, that's a fact.
I'm not going to pay.
That's a fact. However, I feel like if they were, somebody would be like, oh, they want to see us eat a ghost pepper, which is super hot, which I don't mind hot, but not that hot. I think people would be more because they think it's
I don't
hilarious.
like hot either, but I'll do it just for the show.
They'd love to see you suffer. So, and I would too. Maybe I'll anonymously mail one to us.
Well, why don't you just bring it here?
Because I don't want you to know.
I have a hard enough time getting this guy to try coffee.
I don't want you to know.
And I'm doing all these stunts and shit, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I think I'll try coffee. I don't really like it though." Well, I don't really like ghost peppers burning my fucking esophagus out either. But for the show,
it's not your esophagus that you got to worry about.
Yeah, it's my other end, I guess.
I was gonna. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the easy part, the esophagus. You don't have to worry much about that.
We got an update. It's been, when was Scully here? Episode 7. 6. 8 was the results. 7 we.
Oh yeah, because our first video was right after him.
Was Scully here? So we're going to be. This is episode 10. I'm confusing the shit out of myself and probably everybody listening.
Yeah, they're like, "What the fuck is going on?" Right
basically, I'm just talking out loud. I'm just thinking out loud.
So now you guys just got a moment into his head to see what it's like. It's a scatterbrain. It's
we
everywhere.
Somehow managed. Well, you did to get The Rock to come on the show.
Yeah, it wasn't no easy task, but
what do you think?
I got it done.
What do you think he's going to think when he gets here and he sees this setup? I mean,
he's going to have to kneel down because he's going to hit his head.
He is big,
big boy.
He is big.
So next, well, it's going to be good.
That'll be Monday.
Yep. Yeah, because that'll be that's Friday. We're doing that.
Yes. Yep. This one goes out Thursday. He'll be here
Friday for Monday's episode.
Right. For Monday.
So Monday's episode will be the episode everybody will be able to see The Rock on the show.
Awesome.
I can't wait. It's gonna be a good time.
A little bit different initials, but he's The Rock. He is The Rock. Yeah. I mean, that's what I call him. That's what you call him. Everybody I know calls him The Rock. So I'm pretty excited to have The Rock on the show.
Everybody calls him.
That's it. I don't know what we're going to have him talk about, but we are going to include him in on the coffee thing, I think.
You think?
Yeah, we'll just get 3. We'll bring the cameras down and we'll have him try them too.
Well, he likes coffee, so.
Perfect. Yeah, but it ain't just going to be coffee. We got to get the wackiest fucking thing we can find. That's the whole point. Well, why don't we just go to Stewart's then if we're just going to get coffee?
Why don't you
look at him? I'm going to eat a ghost pepper. I'm like, oh, why don't you have a mocha? He goes, oh, I guess if I gotta.
A mocha? With whipped cream?
Yeah, I gotta have sweets in it too. Fuck. Here's your ghost pepper. Burn your fucking esophagus out or whatever the fuck.
I'm a diabetic, right? And I can't get insulin. Didn't we just go over this?
Trade it in for heroin.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you should be doing is heroin.
New York City to a safe space, and oh my goodness.
Oh, you're killing me, Smalls. Killing me.
You're killing me.
But anyway, I think that'll be a good time. And I was just gonna do you and me. But I think it'll be a good time that we'll just kill 2 birds with one stone. I think he'll get a kick. I could see him laughing about it now.
I do too.
Just because I know his personality.
That's why it'll be a good time.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll feed him some. Well, he had that. Remember that time we went to that ice thing up at the Sagamore?
Oh yeah.
What a weird situation that was. What did we do that day? We went out just to get like a food or something, didn't we? And
I think. Well, yeah, we did. And then for whatever reason, you just started driving. And I don't know if you got on your phone and saw that people were up there or you read about it.
I've heard about it because it's like a big thing. So apparently up by Lake George. I don't know if I'm going to say this right. A lot of you guys know way better than me, but I think there's 11 or is it 12 days of Christmas or something? But there's 12 different places that they have this ice bar. And I remember seeing a thing about it and I wanted to go, but I didn't. I'm not going to go alone. And I didn't know what Mike was up to. I remember we got something to eat, I think. And some reason, like you said, we just started driving. We ended up on the Northway.
Yeah.
And it was like, fuck it. Let's go up and see what this place is at the Sagamore. Way too fancy for us.
Oh, my God, was it?
We were dressed like this, hoodies and jeans. And we go up. There's people. It was like a ballroom.
Yeah.
They were in tuxedos and shit. But not everybody.
I go up there like, yeah, can I get a Bud Light? They're like, sir, we don't have Bud Light here.
Yeah, what is Bud Light?
Yeah, would you like some champagne or something? I'm like, what the fuck is champagne?
I've never heard of it.
Like, sir, I don't think you belong here.
Anyway, that was a good time though. That bar was beautiful. I never seen such a thing. Just that entire bar. It was like a full size bar, like you would see at a good size bar too.
Incredible. And I'll tell you what, the Sagamore, that place is. Whew.
Yep.
I'd like to actually be able to afford to stay there sometime. That place is nice.
I wonder what it costs a night to stay there, especially in a night like that. With
Something like that. I bet you that was at least probably $200-$300 a night. I would imagine.
Oh Christ, it's $250 when I go to what is it, $195 with.
Fair enough. So it's probably more.
Yeah, it's got to be.
So I was way
just
off.
for the Marriott up in New Hampshire.
Yeah, and that's not nearly as nice.
No. That was with a discount for the Gear Jammer thing.
So then it's probably way more.
Actually, and I think Anthony got a military discount on that. On top of that too. Holy shit!
Yeah. So could you
Fucking
imagine?
hotels have gone up.
Everything's going up.
I bet you at least $700 for a night there.
Well, we'll never be going there.
I ain't going there.
We got
especially when I live.
We have like 15 cents from this now, so we're well on our way.
How far are we from there? An hour and a half.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'll crawl home before I spend $700 a night.
After eating the ghost pepper?
Yeah, well, we were. What do you mean?
I was just being smart.
No,
you said you would crawl.
There's nothing.
You would crawl.
What does crawling have to do with a ghost pepper? Let's tell the people. Let's explain to people what you're doing here.
I didn't know what I was doing here. That's the whole thing. That's what I was trying to tell you.
I think it's great because I could see him look right over at me like I don't really know where this is going. And instead I'm like, no, fuck you. Let's see where.
I didn't know if you were trying to take it somewhere or not because I had really nowhere to go.
I had no clue what you were saying. I was just along for the ride. I was
I was thinking out loud.
That's a great excuse.
I'm probably
that's what I do.
confusing myself and all the people listening and watching as well.
That's the same thing I do. It makes it sound like we meant to do that.
Yeah, well, we didn't. So
no, not one bit.
There's nothing scripted about us. I can tell you that right now. That shit's going to happen.
Except for these notes. What's the next one? Oh, so anyways, the whole point of that, we get up to the Sagamore. We go in this place. Beautiful place. It was a good time. Music was going and everything. Everybody was around.
I had a real good time.
Well, on the way up, we stopped and picked up The Rock. And we went up to Sagamore.
Boy, did we get him drunk.
Woo! I got drunk, too. We were all not in good shape. Yeah,
but we stopped and got more beer on the way home.
We sure did. I remember it snowing that night. It was like one of the first snowy nights of the year or something, or hadn't been or something, but it was white roads all the way down. Not a car on the road except for us.
Yeah, and there we were.
Back and forth.
We had a good time though. That was a lot of fun actually.
He got and the reason I bring this up, whatever it was a martini.
Yeah, but it had like syrup or chocolate syrup and all sorts of stuff.
It was a martini, and inside the glass, you guys know what a martini glass looks like a triangle. And on the inside, they dribbled like chocolate sauce or caramel sauce or caramel. If you're from Long Island, I don't know how that goes, but some people say one and the other. It was great.
It was strong.
It was about $11.
I think they gave him his money's worth, though. I mean, that was
there was definitely they didn't short on the alcohol.
No, they didn't. It was when I took a sip, I was like, oh my god.
I don't know if there's a drink on the planet worth $11 a drink, but it was very good. And they definitely didn't short him on liquor, so that's a step in the right direction. Well, the problem of it is how many of them did he have?
He only had like one or two of them, I think.
Oh, did he? And the rest was beer?
But then I think he switched to like them IPAs or something he was drinking, which they're strong as well.
Yeah.
He had a ton of them. I know.
We got him to his house. We basically opened the door and rolled him out on the sidewalk, and he crawled into the house.
Wish you luck, bud.
Yep. I'll have to we'll have to make martinis here Friday then.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he's never drinking them. I'm sure
he'll end up right over there in the bed.
Yeah, he's never drinking them again.
Oh, he liked them.
Yeah, I don't think he liked them that
much. How many
much.
times have you said I'm never drinking again? That's on Coors Light and fucking
every time after I drink
Bud Light.
Well, yeah, when you drink 40 of them. Jesus, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's true.
I'll tell you what, nothing was worse than the night before Thanksgiving. They were just tasting good. So I probably had, I don't know, 15, 16 Bud Lights. Well, then I got out the vodka. Oh, my God, was that a mistake. Thanksgiving Day was a rough one for me. Real bad.
I got all sorts of snaps. I bet you I got a dozen snaps. Not drinking again. Not drinking again. Not get to the point where I go, what do you want me to do about it? I'm thinking to myself, don't drink. I've heard this.
Give me a safe
space for, it's called a Tailgate Tavern down in, did they leave the name of that the same, even though they switched owners?
I think so, yeah.
You almost have to. Something like that.
It's such a big name. How could you not, really?
Yeah, well, it's been around a while.
That's what everybody knows it.
Kind of knows
what
it.
I mean, so
the fun we used to have at that place. So it's it's like a strip mall. I never been in this bar before because, to me, a bar in a strip mall is like a dentist in a strip mall or like an eye doctor in a Walmart. You know, I mean, maybe they do. Just I'm
Do
sure
you
they
have a
get,
problem with an eye doctor in a Walmart?
yeah. It just makes me
Is
feel
he
like
not an eye doctor, he or she? Because
they are. I'm sure, but it just I feel like urgent care. I just feel like it's everybody that didn't make it in the real world.
Are you above going to an eye doctor at a Walmart? Are you?
I'm above going to a fucking eye doctor. I haven't been there in 35 years. Last time I remember, I was a little kid. I was probably in diapers, and I barely remember it.
Fair enough.
But I had it. They made me wear glasses. Actually, that's a lie because I ended up going back. They made me wear glasses, and then a year later, I went back. I never wore the fucking things, but about 3 times that whole year. And they say, "Well, it's a good thing you've been wearing your glasses because your eyes have healed."
Well, you just smiling.
I said,
oh yeah,
no problem. And I left. I mean, I was too young to do any of that, but I do remember him saying that your eyes have healed. I never wore. I remember my mom telling me all the time, "You got to wear your glasses. You got to." And I wish I was older because now I look back at her like, told you I didn't need to wear them fucking glasses.
You don't know nothing, Mom. Don't
make me wear them glasses.
Don't tell me.
Like diapers. How many times can I shit on the floor before you can just realize that I'm not going to wear these diapers?
Do you realize every episode we've done? So this will be episode 10.
Shit. Some way or another, some form or another, we have talked about shit. It's the thing of it that makes me pretty comfortable about it is everybody that's listening does it.
Well, fair enough.
They all know. Woman, man, child, rich, poor, doesn't matter. Blonde,
Fair
brunette,
enough.
Doesn't matter where you're from, who you are, your religion. So fuck them.
So anyway, I got a haircut and shaved before I came up here. That's what took me so long.
Mm-hmm.
So I look better. I'm easy on the eyes now. See?
Yeah.
I've been seeing you stare at me since I got here.
I can't look that way because the fucking light is right in my face.
It's the fucking sunlight's
It's like
right
a sun right there.
You've had like a gleam in your eye ever since.
No, that's it's drying this one out. I think the heat from the fucking floodlight is drying this. Boy, we got to get some different lights. I keep saying that, but I never do it. One of these days, just something a little bit softer. I'll
maybe if we hit it big, we can afford some new lights.
Well, they didn't have them at Best Buy the other day when I was down there. They just had them ring ones for everybody that does TikToks. You put your phone in them in it.
They're not what we're looking for. We need the big ones.
Right. I want the one with it's like soft. It's almost like it's got a pillowcase under it or something like that. I wonder if I put a pillowcase. No, it would defeat the whole purpose. Those are bright enough that it could like shine through, I think.
Yeah. I think we found them on Amazon. They weren't that much, so.
No. What was it? Christ, you got 4 of them for $120 or something like that, and they're big.
I think it was more than that, right? Wasn't it?
Was it?
I thought. For some reason, I thought it was a little more. But either way, it wasn't that bad.
I can find
especially, it's not that bad when I'm not paying for it. So.
Well, I mean, it's this thing's killing me. It's for our own good too. Besides the so I want to mention I finally did that video. I'm sure you've seen it for my channel.
I did see it.
YouTube channel. I've been putting that off because I didn't really know. I wanted to wait till we had a couple videos on our channel.
Damn near looked like you were going to shed a tear at the end.
Damn near did. I had to shut it down.
It was bittersweet.
But that went over at the last probably half. I did nothing but blab about the same shit that I talked about in the first half. But I see a lot of people
just priming the pump for if anybody from that channel came over to this one.
They just know what
they know.
Right.
Now.
If they could handle me blabbing in that video and still come over here, then we can't offend them or piss them off over here. And they came.
Boy, they did.
You build it, and they will come.
Yes.
I can't remember just who said that. Wasn't that Kevin Costner?
I can't remember now, but I could tell you we went from 46 to actually I think 146 when did that go out? Yesterday? Was that yesterday?
Yesterday.
So 100 subscribers in one day.
Afternoon, I think.
So that's a pretty big jump.
That's cool. I appreciate that. Glad you guys came over.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not for everybody, so I knew everybody wasn't going to come over, and but it just some people get a hold of me and they're like, "Oh, we've been missing hearing from you.
Well, they enjoy seeing you or hearing you talk, tell your stories, even if it may not be about trucking as much anymore. They still enjoy seeing and listening to you. So.
Yeah.
And you know what? If they listen and they don't like it, well, at least they tried it. You give them they're giving you the benefit of the doubt. So
there is.
I don't know why they'd want to listen to you, but
I don't either. They've known that though. I tell them that in almost every one of my trucking videos. I don't know what you guys are still here for, but I'm glad you are.
Gluttons for punishment must be.
That's right.
That's why I keep coming around.
150 subscribers.
We went up 4 since I left my house.
Big timing.
We're going.
We are big timing.
Considering we only got 3 episodes out.
Yep. It's always the super loyal ones too come over, and I always appreciated them. And that's what I was telling you that one time in that birthday video. I know you're just picking on me, but you brought up how I got followers or whatever. And I said, no, I may not have a lot, but I got loyal ones, and that's what I mean. They follow me anywhere. I appreciate it. I really do.
That's huge. Without them, you don't have anything.
I think they'll keep trickling.
I do too.
Out of 7,500, there's got to be more than 100 of them. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people.
But that was quick. That was 100 in a day.
My problem is I'll subscribe to people on YouTube and then never look at the subscription page because I'll see on the home page something that catches my eye, I'll turn it on and be like, oh, I'm going to watch Millennial Farmer or whoever I'm going to watch. But I don't never even get there because there's some cool looking thumbnail. I'm like, oh, fuck, let's
then
watch
you click
that.
on that. Then you just keep clicking and clicking.
Yeah, the end comes up and it's like, oh, check this out then instead. And I'm like, okay.
Before you know it, you're lost in 52.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's Sunday. I started on Tuesday and I still haven't got to Millennial Farmer.
You better get our video edited because it comes out Monday.
I'm glad you came up today. I thought we were going to be doing this tomorrow, and then the pressure was on. I would have. What time do we usually?
I should have waited till tomorrow just to make you feel the pressure. See how you do under pressure.
We've been doing good. I've been getting them out somehow.
And we're staying ahead of schedule.
I don't know if any of you guys noticed on the video. They probably didn't. And now that I say this, they're gonna. So maybe I got it now. For some reason, the camera is cutting off every like 8 or 10 minutes. It cuts off a little spot of audio. It doesn't do it on here on the audio on the podcast. It does it on just the video that's recording, and I can't figure it out. I've been working on that all today, all yesterday. I got it better.
You know how to fix it?
Smash it.
Well, that, and then number 2, go get a new camera.
Well, we should. These are GoPros. They're not really perfect for this, as you could tell. You could tell. Going from this to some of the new ones, I've seen them do the comparisons on YouTube and on other people's channels.
What, new GoPros you're saying? Or
no.
Oh.
GoPro is a great camera. It's cheap. It's great. It does a lot for what you're paying for it. And to strap it on the back of a dump trailer or on the mirror when I'm pulling out somewhere or
perfect
just
for that.
Grabbing it and going out in a snowstorm and closing the tailgate, it bangs into the side of the trailer. It don't matter. But these guys on YouTube, they're taking the GoPro and comparing it to, $1,500.
Well, there's no
cameras.
It's not $1,500, so there's not even
it's no comparison. I mean, they got what are those lenses? I almost said what are those lenses, and that is the word.
You answered your own question.
That's right. They got lenses and all sorts of shit, but that's big money. But so I don't know. I probably shouldn't have said any of that because people would have never even cared.
Maybe if you didn't order out dinner every single night and drink them Arizona drinks, you could afford it.
These are 99 cents.
How did you afford that? We only had 15 cents on there, so.
Well, we ain't got nothing now. We're negative.
But you got a drink, and I get a measly cup of 7-Up.
We're negative 76 cents, 74 cents, something like that.
Did you do that in your head?
I don't know if I did it right, but I did it in my head.
That'd be 89 cents, so you're still off.
89 cents from what?
I said 15
cents. We have
cents.
15. This is 99, so there's a 4 in there somewhere.
There is, but it's 84, not 74.
You said 89 first. I'll rewind this fucking audio right now. It's recording. When we get on break, we're rewinding. You said something 89 or 81.
You said we're off 7.
Maybe you said 81.
You said we're negative.
91?
You said we're negative 74 cents now. That's what you said.
Mm-hmm.
Add 74 and 15. Tell me what you come up with.
It's 91. No, 99.
Holy fuck! Are you that bad in math?
Wait, what did you say the numbers were that I'm adding?
Listen, I'll tell you, but after this, you're not going to want to record this. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Let me write it down.
74 plus 15. What is it? 74 and
89.
Thank you. What'd I say? You're still off by 10 cents. I said it's 84, meaning we're negative 84 cents, not 74, like you said.
Fuck.
What's wrong with you today?
Well, I wonder how long it's going to take us to recoup that. What do you mean what's wrong with me today? What's wrong with me the last 4 fucking days?
I don't know. You've been all messed up. The camera.
I'm screwed up from the beginning.
Holy shit.
What's wrong with the camera now? What do you mean the camera? What the fuck is going on around this place?
What's going on around here?
Holy fuck. Speaking of that, the never-ending saga of the Twilight Zone Bermuda Triangle that is my house lately.
Oh my God, it never ends.
This one wasn't a big one.
Well, it was.
But the other night, it was like an explosion.
Yeah, so a big boom.
I was just laying in bed. I heard no, it wasn't, and it was plenty late, so it wasn't hunters like getting in that last shot. I mean, it was like
would you send it 9 o'clock or something?
Yeah, it was late. It was plenty late. It wasn't that. I mean, I suppose it could. It didn't sound like a gunshot though. You heard it. You said the same thing.
I could hear it in your cameras, and unless they were shooting right out by your garage, there's no way there was a gun. I mean, that was.
I never heard anything more about it.
I went on the scanner. I didn't hear anything either. But
I woke up last night in the middle of the night to the siren going off, and I remember. I forgot all about it until I woke up and realized my phone was still on that scanner app.
So did you go on?
I never heard nothing. I must have fell back asleep. I woke up enough to hear that, and I was like, so I went to that app with the scanner thing. I must have fell back asleep and never heard a fucking thing of what happened.
Maybe it was nothing.
Maybe it wasn't. Yeah, probably.
Maybe it was just a test.
Usually is. It's usually just somebody went in the ditch or something.
Usually they like to wait till we start recording to set it off, but...
Yeah, that's handy.
Yeah, I'm glad they kind of let it's like the dinner bell. It lets everybody know that we're about to record in the little town here.
Not to mention I'm close enough to to the goddamn thing. It's like I feel like it's knocking on the window.
Yeah, sometimes the firemen come here try to like, hey, we got to get ready. Like your equipment's in the next building over, guy. Mm-hmm. It happens, but.
So yeah, that was the latest thing. There's some type of fucking explosion going on out in the back. I don't know what that. Well, luckily them cameras.
It's so
caught it.
weird around here lately. It really
I know
is.
it's never really nothing big, but it's just like this constant like shit going on. It's like the Bermuda Triangle. I'm telling you. As soon as I pull in this driveway, weird shit. I hear bunks in the night, all sorts of stuff. I'm telling you right now, I don't
bunks in the night.
Yeah, that's like a storybook, I think. I won't look out my windows at night with all this shit.
Scared?
Can you fucking imagine if you seen a face looking back at you when you open your curtains in the middle of the night?
I'd have a heart attack.
I would too.
I'd have a heart attack.
So I won't open them fucking curtains in the middle of the night. I don't give a shit what's going on. It'd be
Here's
sound like
knocking,
World
you don't
War
give a
III,
shit.
nuclear explosions in the park.
You're just gonna mind your own business.
That's right. Yep. Don't bother me. I won't bother
You
you.
know how I got where I am in life? By minding my own fucking business.
Who said that?
I don't know, but
I
I've
was
heard
watching it.
somewhere.
I saw it with you, and I can't remember where
I know
it's from now.
I can't either. I remember. I probably 20 minutes from now, I'll be like, "Hey, you remember?" And then it'll come to me if I don't think about it. That's how it happens.
In an effort to do some research, I didn't do a whole lot of articles this episode, as you could tell. Mike did all the articles this time again, third fucking time.
Yeah, but if we don't use them all, they're in. I mean,
right.
You know what I mean? We'll have them.
He's got a ton of them in here ready to go for us to bring up.
I told
didn't
everybody
do
because I
any
got
this
fucking
time.
yelled at 2 episodes ago.
But it really held right on with that.
Yeah. I thought I was getting fired. Oh, I don't think
You wouldn't want to lack that money you get every week.
I got to tell you right now, nobody fires me. I quit first.
I don't even know where I was going to go with it. Oh, in the meanwhile, so I have been doing some things. I haven't been doing nothing about articles and stuff, but I've been going on YouTube watching these morning shows to get like ideas, because I don't know how they get. You can hear us breathe. You can hear us like sniffing or like swallowing and stuff. And I want to learn how they do it where you can't hear any of that.
They just don't breathe or swallow on the show.
They must be robots. I think it's some type of a conspiracy.
Well, it's not really a conspiracy. You just answered your own. They're literally robots. They're not human.
That's just all there is to it.
Yeah, they don't breathe. They don't swallow, and that's how it is.
Well, I guess that's ended then, and we figured that out.
I answered it real quick.
We should have been detectives.
We should have. You always said that.
I would like to do that. Remember trying to find old girlfriends and stuff? They'd be at their ex-boyfriend's house, and we found them.
We always did. Remember that one time we went to...
it was down... I know what you mean. I already know the story.
You know what I'm trying...
The truck stop. There was a truck stop down in Rotterdam.
It was me, you, and I think JC. Scattercoke.
Oh, okay. I got a different one with RJ. It was you, me, and RJ.
Oh, where we picked that girl up and brought her home?
Well, we didn't. So this is how it went. We were out looking for, I can't remember who it was. It's some ex-girlfriend when we were younger or something. But come to find out, somebody said, I seen her at her ex-boyfriend's or something. So we getting right in the car, away we go. I think RJ was with us. We get down by the Rotterdam truck stop.
Oh, yeah.
Turn around, and there's a bridge right there. I think it goes over the thruway or something. There's train tracks. I can't remember, but there's a bridge there. As we get halfway, it's the middle of a snowstorm. I mean, it's dead of winter. It's probably 20 degrees,
Freezing.
snow blowing.
It's freezing out.
And it wasn't just like a dusting. There was fucking 6 inches of snow on the roads. It was a plowing night, you know? And there's this girl just leaning against the railing on the bridge. And we're like...
her leg was like all messed up or something.
Yeah, well, didn't she have like a white dress or something? I think that's what made us stop. If I remember right, she just looked like she wasn't... She was dressed up too nice to be standing on a bridge.
It was odd. It was, and mind you, this was probably, if I remember correctly, it was at least later in the night. It's not like it was like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. It was 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night or something. Mind you, it wasn't. So it was kind of weird to see somebody.
You don't
just the whole scenario. Yeah, the whole picture. If you could picture, it was something was off. You could tell. Like,
right.
This,
yeah, definitely.
Why is this girl dressed like this on the side of the road at 9 o'clock at night in a snowstorm? Like,
Well, and there was, because remember we were gonna like give her a ride. We felt bad or something. We didn't end up giving her a ride, but
I think we maybe called for help for her. Or something.
Probably 911 because we stopped. We were gonna see if she needed help or whatever. She comes up to the window. Remember, she said her boyfriend threw her out of their truck. There's blood
while it was moving.
Yeah, now that she's there, there's blood all running down her legs, all over it. It looked like something out of fucking Harry Carey or whatever that movie was. Carey.
Now all of a sudden we got scared.
Yeah, now we're like, we'll just call somebody. We gotta go.
We're gonna call somebody, get you help, but we're out of here, dude.
Well, you know why? Because I hear too many stories, and John talks about this
Could
too.
Be like a setup.
Your brother-in-law John talks about this. Yes. You go in. And like these people, I mean, I've never done it. Thank God I've never been in the position that I had to do it. But you get these people. Remember on Craigslist, you could like set up like prostitutes on, not set them up, but like you could set up a meeting with a prostitute on. Remember when they allowed you to do that?
Our old boss. All right, just remind me. I got a story about that.
Okay. Which one? The landscaping?
Lazari.
Oh, okay. I want to hear that too. I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh, but yeah, there's too many. In my head, I'm thinking, if I was in the position where I needed to use prostitutes or whatever, the last thing I'm going to do is go into their house.
Not even. Sometimes they do it at a hotel though. It's just a.
Anywhere.
It feels like a total setup from the start, if you ask me.
But how do you know you're not going to walk in? There's going to be 3 guys in there with guns on your head.
You don't. That's the thing.
Anyway, that was the same thing with this woman. I mean, I know we did help her. What am I going to do anyway?
We did more than most.
I'm not a fucking medical doctor. I can't bandage her up anyway. So we did we did more than anybody else. They were just driving by, said fuck her. So we called. But in my head, I'm thinking, this could be maybe this could be fake blood or something. You get off the other side of the bridge and fucking somebody smashes you and they take all 3 of my dollars.
You give her a ride. She says, just bring me home. You drop her off. Boyfriend's fucking going nuts. Who knows what would have happened?
Yeah. That's like the other night when I had to leave and bring that girl home from a birthday party. I get there, the husband's standing in the door looking out. I'm like, oh, like fuck.
Was he really?
Yeah, in his underwear, looking out the thing. And here I'm getting it dawned on me. I'm like, yeah, this don't look good. Yeah. You can't even do people a fucking favor anymore.
Don't let him find you.
Why?
He's gonna kill you.
I ain't fucking worried.
He's gonna kill you.
Do me a fucking favor.
Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, I might actually give him your address. I gotta be honest.
Now, what's this story? I want to hear. Which boss? Which one? The owner or the boss?
The boss, the manager,
Peter. I fucking hated him.
I'll tell you what. I stay in contact to this day with him.
I know you like him.
You're
an asshole. The assholes get it there.
But yeah, he's not the same person though. Like it seems. I don't know. Like he just calls me up sometimes just to talk, see how I'm doing. It's weird. Text me randomly. So I get along with him way better now. He's almost like a friend out of all that, believe it or not. But anyway, one of the employees there, I think we were talking about something similar. Like he never had a prostitute or whatever the case may be. He literally fucking paid for it. Sent the employee down. We were on Wolf Road, obviously, and I think it's a Red Roof Inn was right down the road.
You saw this.
I was there working. We're there working, and it was slow. So
I thought it was like a story you heard, but you've seen it.
I was there, literally there. We're all sitting around just talking about it and shit. Next thing you know, Pete's like, "I'll pay for it." So we called up and got.
Oh, because it was worth it to him. The joke of it all.
Fuck yeah! So we got it all set up. We sent him down the road to the Red Roof Inn. It was like 45 minutes to an hour later. He comes back, big smile on his face. He had fucking tell us all.
God.
Oh, yeah, unbelievable the shit that
Doesn't
went on.
nobody worry about catching something?
You would think
that's another thing. Like even if I was in the position that I couldn't get laid, I don't know if I could still do it. Besides the money reason of it,
and the setup,
the setup, the money, and then if you get through all that fucking gauntlet, now you got STDs, you got all sorts of shit,
and you know what they're obviously doing, so your chances are pretty high. If you ask me.
A half an hour before they got to my room, they were in somebody else's. I'm sure
a half hour. You probably can't get out fast. As you're probably brushing shoulders with the next guy. You're passing each other in the doorway.
You guys are thanking each other for holding the door,
high-fiving each other.
God Almighty!
Could you imagine?
Everybody always.
Can you go brush your teeth, please?
People that don't know trucking, and this is because it's a true thing. You hear about lot lizards all the time, and it's a big thing. I don't know if it's so big anymore. Believe it or not, I have never seen or had a lot lizard come up to the truck. Everybody makes it a big deal.
You told me you did that one time. Maybe I'm mistaken.
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever seen. Not that I know of. I mean, maybe typically in my mind, I'm thinking a lot lizard's got like I'm picturing right now like a black short skirt, like a one piece. Just
heels up to the knees.
Yeah, like holding her fucking hand, or high heels, holding them in her hand, walking barefoot across.
How many teeth does she have?
Negative. She's probably
negative 74.
She's missing 3 of their fake ones from the fucking dentures she's supposed to be wearing. That's in my head. Makeup's all
she
running.
Left them over in the Peterbilt down the way.
Yeah, makeup's running down her face, trying to catch her bad decisions and fucking poor attitude for the first half of her life. I've never had a woman or a man come up. I mean, that's weirder yet. From what I understand.
I don't think that would weird you out quite as much as the woman would.
Yeah. Oh God. They're more womanly. The pictures I've seen of the men lot lizards. Holy shit! They're more of a woman than the women are.
They take care of themselves a little better. I think they care about their appearance.
The men do
a little better.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
I don't know.
It just kind of brought me on that. I've never had that experience. Of course, I haven't been over the road in a long time. That was back. Actually, that was back when it was probably more prominent, really. Back then, they didn't have so much like security against it and stuff. So you would think I would have seen it.
Would you do it? Would you ever do it?
No, fuck no. Especially not with one of them.
Are you sure?
If I was to ever do the prostitute thing, it would cost me too much because I'd want to do more like somebody that like gives a fuck about themselves a little bit. I don't want the $20 blowjob.
What are you going to like order one? Be like, yeah, I want a prostitute, but I want her about 5'5", maybe 5'7", blonde if you could. I prefer blondes. If not, I'll take a brunette.
Yeah, that's
Preferably has all her teeth. If not, the ones she's missing, have them in the back so I don't notice. What's it, Build-A-Bitch?
Yeah, literally. You just
there's-
call and tell them what you want. Escort service.
It's like Build-A-Bear, but it's Build-A-Bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But it's girls. Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, you could pick what you
Well,
want.
when
You
we
pick
get done with
blonde,
this, give me that
I mean,
number.
I don't know if it gets down to I wanted to make sure she got 37 teeth on the top and 24, but you pick blonde, brunette, like sporty, short, tall, whatever. I mean, I
What
guess
outfit she's wearing.
but that's exactly my point. Like if I was going to do it, it would be that route. So I could pick what I want. And I think typically as dirty as they still are in my mind, they're at least on a higher level. I think they at least have a little, there's more of a business to them than it is just $20 for some
So
crack.
you're looking more of an escort then.
Exactly. I don't want a crack whore in bed with me. I don't want either one of them. I don't want to have to pay for it, period. Yeah, I mean, maybe when I get older,
That's
I'll
why
have
you don't
to.
have a girlfriend, because you don't want to pay for that either.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Anyway, when we get done, give me the number to where you build a bitch, just so I never call it on accident.
Well, I'll just take you there because there's a couple I've been wanting to see.
I had one in mind I've been wanting to build for a while, so
Yep.
I had to save up the money.
That would be the route. But yeah, I've never seen one, but I will tell you a story. I think you know the story. When I was trucking, this ain't nothing to do with prostitutes or nothing, but I remember it popped in my head from back when I was on the road. I was in Philadelphia. I wasn't even that far away. And I had pulled into like an industrial area. And I pulled on the side of the road because I found the place that I was going. And it was almost like, I'm trying to think, like Railroad Avenue, you would know?
Yes.
And some of you guys listening would know. It was that kind of setup. Like they weren't factories, but they were like warehouses, and like a 2-lane. But anyway, the shoulder had enough that I parked on. I don't know if I was supposed to, but I did. I got there late. And
You do what you want.
well, that truck that I drove was a Freightliner 120. They always had problems with the doors. You'd be driving along, the fucking thing would just pop open. You hear it pop, and it would just be flapping there. Well, the locks didn't work.
So it's a real safe truck.
Oh yeah, it was. So here I am. So anyways, what I used to do is because that truck didn't have what I do, I use the seatbelt on the driver's side. You pull the seatbelt down, wrap it around the seat base, run it through the door handle, wrap it around. A lot of these guys listening, they came over from. They probably know all this, but for anybody that doesn't, basically you just do what you got to do to get the fucking doors from opening. But you could still open them a little bit, So worried if somebody put.
But even if it only stopped for a little bit, it was enough time.
Sure, I could at least gather your bearings. Right when you wake up in a dead sleep and there's somebody trying to get in. So this is when I was young. Like I bet you I had my license for 5 months. Like I didn't even know what was going on. So I did that to get in. Well, the other door, I had to take my belt off, and the passenger seat on those now that a lot of, you still can get
God
on without
knows
it.
that belt was big enough to go around the seat and the door. And
I was little then. Shit, I was if I was 150 pounds, like a string bean. Remember me back then? But so I take my belt off and put it around that seat because that was a solid seat. It was easy to do. I was on the phone with my grandfather. He had called me, and I'm on the phone, and I got my back on the driver's door. My feet were on the passenger seat. And I was like, I had my shoes off. I was like getting ready for bed. It was, it was 7, 8 o'clock at night. Well, it must have been summer because it was still a little light out. And I seen this guy walking up the road in front of me where I was parked. And he had something around his hand. When he got closer, I found out it was like a chain wrapped around his hand. Well, he kept like punching his hand. You guys could see it on the video, but he just kept like pounding as he's walking.
Right there, you should have been, oh boy.
Well, and that's what I said. So I was on the phone with my grandfather. I says, I don't know what's going on, Grandpa. I said, but I got to get off the phone. All I had at the time, like I said, I wasn't on the road. I didn't really, I didn't know anything about guns. Prepared. This was like all brand new to me. They're basically, hey, go down to Phil. Here's the address. Take this trailer down there. And that's where, I didn't know any of this. So I had a knife, a pocket knife, but it was a good sized blade. It was decent enough. I probably could have hopefully scared somebody off.
Could have shaved them or something with it.
So I got this thing open laying on my lap. And I didn't want to, so my back is still against the window. It was open too, because it was a nice night. So it was summer. But I didn't want to make any big moves and have this guy see me and think he startled me and then like take off running. I needed some time to figure out what was going on. I'm freaking the fuck out now. As little as I was, as young as I was, I didn't even know the air. I knew nothing. And here's this big motherfucker with a chain wrap and he's like pounding his own hand and shit. I'm like, I'm fucking dead. This guy's robbing me. I'm dead.
Could only hope.
He gets right up. Now my back, just the way I'm sitting here now, if the passenger seat was there, my back is against the door. I just stayed still, but I was paying attention. He's right back here now. And I could hear this fucking chain. He's still hitting this chain.
Right at your door, you're saying?
Basically. I mean, he was far enough away, like probably I don't know, probably 15 feet. It was close, but he was, a little bit of ways. Come to find out, here comes a fucking Rottweiler. from back behind one of the warehouses. He must have been running on the backside
So he's
of the
looking for his dog.
The fucking chain was for his dog.
So you got worried.
I don't know what
you were going to stab a guy. And he was just trying to get his dog.
When I've seen that dog come out and he took that, I watched it all because now I was like, oh, I can move now. In my mind, I could settle down.
What was your thought?
Little do I know, that's when he pulls the fucking gun out.
What
and
were you
shoots me.
thinking? If you didn't move, he wouldn't see you?
Kind of. Actually, kind of. I was like, maybe I'll just
kind of like
stay
Big
still.
Daddy put sunglasses on and you're invisible.
Yep.
Nobody can see you anymore.
Well, I was thinking like if I was in the sleeper sleeping and all this was going on outside, and he just walked on by and I never woke up. Perfect. So in my mind, I'm like, just stay still, act like
Pretending
nothing
it didn't
going on.
happen.
The fucking guy will walk right by me and that'll be it. Well, when he stopped behind me, I was freaking the fuck out now. I'm little guy, young. And
That's funny.
come to find out, it was nothing.
I don't think you ever told me that story.
No, I figured I did. Yep, come to find out,
Little
it was
does that
nothing. I
guy,
was
if
just
he's ever
freaking-
listening,
He has no
just-
idea. He almost got stabbed.
You
that
almost
night.
got killed for looking for your dog, just so you know.
Yeah.
So he's aware.
I still don't understand why he was pounding his hand, though. That was weird.
Maybe the dog knows the sound of the chain.
Maybe he was rattling the chain or something so he wouldn't go too far away.
You know, who knows? But
Anyway, I think that was a great.
so the Rottweiler saved his life that day.
It was a great outcome, I think. Yeah, the dog. See, everybody says how Rottweilers are so fucking mean.
They're lifesavers.
I was the mean motherfucker that night.
Yeah, you were the pit bull.
Somebody was going down.
You were the pit bull.
That's yes. Yes, I was.
You know, other pit bulls don't tell pit bulls don't tell other pit bulls.
Now it's
they're-
lions. Pit bulls tell all pit bulls.
Let me tell my own goddamn story and tell it however I want. All right.
Pit bulls are about the nice. I never got involved in the whole thing where pit bulls aren't allowed
It's
here.
all how they're raised.
Exactly. I didn't have it. My grandparents had what was them little dog, them little fucking short dogs he always used to have? Basset hound.
Yes.
He had them basset hounds all the time. One of those basset hounds was one of the meanest dogs I've ever met. I mean, that thing would snarl at you and growl and snip at you and all sorts of shit. And
They
then,
have to because they're so little.
But I'll tell you, every pit bull that I've ever met, now granted, I don't go to dog fights, it'd probably be a little different, but anyone that I've ever met that's just a typical house dog was the nicest dogs. Them dogs they get on your lap. Like if you get on the couch, I remember, what was that one? Endo or something. Would get on your lap. You remember Endo.
Mm-hmm.
Would get on my lap, and it's like he would just keep like wiggling around in me. Like he was
Just
like
getting comfortable or
kneading
something,
dough. It's like the dog had to be like in your soul. It couldn't just sit on you.
Just loved being next to you.
Yes, I never met a dog as friendly. Even so, my
It
lab
was
now.
obviously raised right. That's why.
Yes, exactly. My
all.
lab, I love the dog, and he's great. He doesn't have a mean bone in his body, but he just doesn't love on you like them pit bulls. They just want to be with you nonstop.
Yeah, they get a lot of hate for no reason, as far as I'm concerned.
They sure do.
Quite honestly, you could take a fucking a little poodle or something and make
There's
it
some of the
like
meanest fucking things. I hate
yeah,
them.
I mean, you could make them a mean dog too if you raise them wrong, if you beat them and shit like that. So it's not about the breed of the dog; it's the breed of the human.
Might as well get a cat instead of one of
Yeah.
them. I thought of it. I tell you, I was thinking about getting a cat, but I don't want it to stink like cat in here.
No, you didn't tell me that. Why would you do that?
Well, I just thought like I don't have mice or nothing anymore, but just like I got thinking about it back when there was the mice before I trapped that one, and I was thinking, man, if I had a cat, I wouldn't ever have to worry about this again.
Did the prostitute talk get you thinking about the pussy? And
Yes, and now here we are.
the way we led right into that.
It was on my.
So I'm thinking about getting a cat. Everybody.
It was on my mind. What did get me to that state? What were we talking about? Little dogs. That's
Who
what
knows?
it was.
Who knows with
Chihuahuas
you?
made me think about.
Your mind goes everywhere. I can't keep up
Yeah, but
sometimes.
you know where it's going right now?
Where?
On a break. And we got some words from our sponsors that these guys can listen to for a split second.
Oh, do we?
Yeah. The before we go, remember we used to bring up about the commercials, the actual commercials, and the amount of them. Remember, I was kind of concerned.
And stuff?
Yeah, the real ones.
Yeah.
They've kind of calmed down. I think it may not seem it, but what I think happened, and this is what happened, and made me think that they were adding more. They do the 2 in the beginning, which I'm fine with. Like, you haven't been listening to the show anyway, so big deal. You could just sit through that. You can fast forward it. Don't, because we don't make any money if you do that. But you can.
Listen to at least 15 seconds or something.
Yep. And then they were doing 2 more in the middle.
And then 2 at the end.
And then 2 at the end. Well, what I think they've done now, and I'm still paying attention to it to make sure, but I think they split them 2 in the middle into the middle of each segment. So what happens is you hear these 2 in the beginning, then you hear another one like a half an hour in,
And
then you get our break, which sometimes is a commercial that I put in there, and then you get one, and so it just seems like it's nothing but
breaks it up
fucking
a little.
commercials.
Yeah.
But really, it's about the same amount of time. It is. They're all a certain set amount of time. It just seems like you're constantly listening to. I just don't like them in the middle of the segments because if we get talking about something, and all of a sudden just breaks. Oh, the other people said that's fine. It says it makes up it. what was that Ashley girl was telling me? Something about it makes me want to stay through the commercials so I can hear what you guys were talking about.
That's true.
So I don't know. Just want to let these guys know it's on my mind, and I haven't been, but I don't think it's as bad as I thought. And we got to have commercials. We got to pay for 99-cent Arizona drinks.
Yeah, but what do I get out of it? I didn't get no drink.
All right, let's go on a break.
I got 7-Up, but...
And listen to some more commercials from our sponsors.
Yeah, you just got done talking about how many commercials. Anyway, listen to some more, people. Here you go.
Fly US. We founded this airline 30 years ago, and those are the same planes flying today. With a team of flight attendants that are old, resentful bags or angry middle-aged men who failed in life. Fly US. Sit back, relax, and shut up.
All right, we're back, and have I got a surprise for you?
Oh, I can't wait.
While you were down in the bathroom, I dug into what we talked about, that girl squirting milk at that thing.
Yeah.
I got the video that I can't. I was thinking about putting it on our YouTube for people to see it, but it's too much for right now. We're gonna have to wait until we test the waters a little bit. But I got some of the audio, and it may not make sense to listen to it, but we're watching it here while we're playing this, and I could picture this guy at the end of it when he says what he says. I feel like I would be the same way. So at this point, she's just dancing around at this place. Normal, but I mean, she's got this skimpy thing on. You know what? I'll put a picture. Yeah, I'll put the picture up on there so she can see. There's a girl kneeling down, drinking it.
While she's squirting it like a super soaker.
That guy right there. That would be me. What the fuck is going on around here?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I thought that was cool. We dug into it a little bit more.
She likes to squirt.
Goddamn, she's a squirter, all right.
That's right.
She's a squirter. She's a leaker.
Yeah, I found that too. I kind of put it together. I thought it kind of went with the situation.
So you put some work in, I say.
I put a little work in, yeah, on that. It inspired me. It really inspired me. Her entire attitude and
what inspired you?
I've always been a milk fan.
You do drink milk, so
yeah, I've always been a milk fan. So that was probably it. I don't know. She just looked like she was having fun. And on the break, I was watching this video. I said, we're going to dig into this.
She was having fun, all right.
And at least, like I said, I was going to put it on the YouTube. And then I was like, I don't know. We're kind of pushing it because you can see a lot on it. Well, I'll tell you what. If you want to see it, just go. Well, all I did, I went to Google and typed "girl squirting milk," and it was the first one up there. Like the first 4 or 5 was that article, but this was the first one that I used. So if anybody's interested in having a drink.
Let's see in case you want milk for your Oreos.
And that's it. There it is. So you can find it. Just search Google milk, girl squirts milk.
She's got plenty of it.
That's right.
She likes to squirt.
Goddamn, she's a squirter, all right.
She's a squirter. She's a leaker.
So that's that. What's going on now onto something that has a lot to do with what we were just talking about, basically. Chris Cuomo.
I didn't read the article, but he just got suspended by CNN indefinitely for helping his brother.
Like basically right now, kind of like a breaking news thing.
Yeah, while we were sitting here, I was scrolling through and it popped up.
I saw something earlier today or last night about it, and they were just kind of talking about it. Like they had brought up that he might have had something to do with like keeping him out of trouble or something like that.
Of course, they're both dirty bastards. So.
That's right. I think it was something about how he was using his power to keep him from. Well, he's getting, from what I understand. The main Cuomo, was it Mario? Andrew. His father was, yeah, that's right. Andrew is like in trouble. Like they got a lot of, it's not just going he didn't just resign. I guess there's like law involved and now they're looking, yeah.
Good.
What Sheriff Apple even said something about it. He's like, we're going full force on it. I saw an article somewhere in Times Union or something. So that was good. It's nice to see that somebody with some power didn't get let off the hook like usual.
Exactly. And if anybody deserves it, it's going to be him. That's for damn sure.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they suspended him indefinitely. What a shame.
I wonder if he's going to get any type of like any backlash from it as far as law or with courts and stuff.
Who knows?
What's the word I'm looking for? Is there a word for what I was just trying to say?
Repercussions?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that would work. Yep, must be what I was thinking of. What happened on the break? Anything good?
I sat here playing on my phone while you were putting together a video.
I will tell you, when you went downstairs, I noticed I didn't hear you slam into my coffee table or that nightstand this time.
That's because you left the light on for me. Thank God. I still have the fucking dent in my shin from 2 weeks ago.
I believe that.
I hit that hard. You even heard it. You were like, oh, shit.
I heard you from...
You basically sounded like that guy.
Yeah.
I felt it.
When we do this, usually it's in the daylight. And then it kind of leads into, it gets dark so early now. It's like it
By
leads
the time
into...
you're done editing and everything, it's...
Right,
you're
so I'm
talking
not...
4 or 5 hours after the fact.
Absolutely. Everything is off downstairs when we come up here. And then we're kind of up here like in the cave here for a couple hours. And then by the time we go down, it's pitch. Well, Mike went down the other night when he was getting ready to leave. And I could hear his path of destruction on the way through the living room. He's, first of all, you ain't got no fucking lights in this house. I hear that. I said, well, they weren't on when we came up. It was daylight. And then wham, slam.
No, you were like, it's the third light from the left or something. I'm like, okay. And then I was on my way to get to the switch and I didn't make it unimpeded. I found the coffee table.
Went through
That's a hard coffee table, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah, it's heavy.
Especially right to your shin.
It's about the perfect size, too.
Oh, God.
Couldn't happen.
About halfway up. Perfect.
Yep.
Dead center.
Right where a hitch in the back of the truck would be.
Yep. So I felt that.
Yeah.
Well, still got the dent.
You have to go to the doctor.
However, you left the lights on this time, so it didn't matter.
We got it straightened out now.
We don't have to worry about it.
Nope.
Nice of you to finally. Well, that's because I got here so late this time, so the lights were already on.
Yeah, kind of. Maybe that's for safety reasons.
I did that. Yeah, that's why I did that. Because if I get here too early, you won't turn the lights on. You're too cheap.
What were we talking about before the break? Right before the break. Do you remember?
I can't remember. 10 minutes ago.
I can't either. And then we stopped it so quick.
You never played your ads.
No, I'm going to put them in.
That's what we were talking about, I think, though. That's what made me think of that, right?
Oh, that I was going to play that. Yeah, yeah. Just so you guys know, that's not real ads. I hope you know. I mean, I'm sure most of them will figure it out, but I don't want to get any emails wondering where this product is or whatever. I don't know. What do you want to talk about?
Well, I got an article here I've been wanting to talk about for whatever reason. I don't know why. It just struck me as funny right here at the holiday season how a FedEx driver got questioned. They found 300 to 400 packages in Alabama woods. He's supposed to be delivering this shit, and he just like dumped them off in a ravine because maybe apparently he didn't want to deliver them or something. So I'm guessing maybe that's where my phone was. What took my phone? That's where my goddamn pop socket is. I'll tell you right now.
In one of them.
It's in a fucking ravine in Alabama.
These guys are finding 300 to 400 packages after Thanksgiving dinner. I haven't been able to find my package. Gone. These guys are finding them in a fucking wooded area somewhere.
In a ravine.
What became of it? Do you have it up?
Yeah, I don't think they're just questioning the driver. I don't think anything really happened.
It wasn't like an accident or nothing. The truck didn't.
I don't think so. I didn't read too much into it.
Well,
per se. Said area protect or dumped packages until FedEx workers could collect them. Yeah, it seems to me like he did it on purpose.
Tell me this: if there was a UFC fight or a boxing or wrestling match, one person was UPS, the other person was FedEx. What would you put your money on? You can't see the drivers. It's UPS versus FedEx. Got to put your money on one of them. Last fight in the world.
FedEx.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just picked one. I don't really know.
And I agree with you. Because the name seems badass.
I would. And you know why? Because when they do the FedEx, you see that arrow in between the E and the X.
Mm-hmm. Well, you do.
And as weird of a...
You do now.
Yeah.
If you hadn't, you will after hearing
You notice that. You know what I'm talking about,
yeah,
right?
well, and ever since I saw that, I've never been... Now every time I see FedEx,
you notice
I see
it
that
immediately.
arrow.
Immediately.
Next time you guys are looking at a FedEx truck next to you, there's an arrow between the what is it? The E?
The E and the X.
Yes.
It's an arrow.
Yep.
It'll point towards the back of the
You'll
truck.
never see anything besides
That's all you'll see. That's all you'll notice.
Basically the same reason I was thinking that the arrow, it just looked like FedEx is like more like sharp shit. UPS is
and
so
then
smooth and
then
rounded.
Amazon Prime comes in and stomps them all.
Yeah, they're like a fucking pinball.
What's that one? Optimus Prime. It's Amazon Prime.
That's so creative.
I did that right on the fly too.
That was pretty good. I forgot about Amazon. Remember DHL?
Yes.
What the fuck happened to them? They just stopped delivering packages. It's just a truck somewhere with your package.
You already had UPS and FedEx, obviously, but Amazon. I'm telling you, Amazon's taking over everything.
I believe that.
They're making it so easy. You can literally grocery shop. I mean, you don't have to leave your house. Just get it delivered.
I don't know if it was on purpose or the post office got lucky, but remember when the post office, United States Post, just the post office, was going to go out of business? Or they were talking that there was a possibility.
Oh, yeah.
It was like they were running out of money because nobody was buying stamps anymore, and everybody was using email and stuff, so it didn't much matter. And they shut down. Weren't they doing like 4 days a week or something for a little while, even to save money?
I think so.
Well, now with everything shopping online, they're dropping. Actually, those are the people that dropped off the arm stands that night.
Mm-hmm.
Was the post office?
We had to go pick them up.
Oh yeah, maybe that's why they're going out of fucking business. They can't even.
They can't even. Dave can't even deliver it on time.
That's right.
You son of a. You know what?
I'm kind of glad that happened. It saved the post office. I think because if it wasn't for packages, them starting to deliver packages, they better be happy. These people, they hadn't ought to be throwing the package and shit because it saved their ass.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And I think every day there's less and less mail.
God knows the bills don't stop.
I heard that go right down to your soul.
It tasted good.
Right through your esophagus.
I'd like to figure out how to stop us from breathing and swallowing. How guys do it.
They don't. They're robots. We talked about it.
Oh, okay.
We figured out. Well, we didn't. We figured it out that they're robots.
We should have been detectives.
I saw a thing with. Yes, we should have.
You feel like deja vu?
Yeah, you remember that time that girl was on that bridge and she had that blood running down her and shit?
Yeah, that was creepy.
And I was down in Philadelphia and that guy with the dog and stuff. Remember?
Oh my goodness! I feel like we were just going over this.
We were. I had something. Oh, Dave. No, not Dave. Yes, Dave. Who's the guy that owns Facebook?
Oh, Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg. I saw an interview with him. He was talking about this metaverse thing. It's a lot more serious than I thought.
I'm kind of anxious to see it, like what it's about.
Apple's on board now. In fact, let me see if I could pull up some information about it.
So what is it exactly? What is
well,
it?
it
seems you've obviously looked into it more than I mean. I've heard about it, but
not really. I just kind of saw this thing, and it's becoming such a big thing, such a big topic that I was like, I'll stick around and watch what he's got to say. Actually, it was a podcast. Somebody's doing a pod, but he showed up. Mark showed up, and he was answering some questions about it. And they're talking in next 3 to 5 years. He was saying this is going to be a thing, and there's a difference between. Mark was saying there's a difference between VR, virtual reality, and augmented reality. And I think he's saying that this is going to be augmented reality. So
that's got to be more realistic, I assume.
I think that's his plan. But it's going to be meetings. People are going to be going to work on this thing, according to him, according to this interview, unless something changes. But this is what he was saying. You go to concerts on it, which I can't understand because. So what it is you can bring. So if you have so he wants to do these glasses. Remember the Google glasses came out a while back and it was like they would take pictures and you could see search things across them and stuff, but they were wicked expensive and it kind of fizzled, I think.
Now you can get them for a couple $100 probably.
Probably. He was talking about something like that, that just puts you in this world while you're in the world. So you could be walking down the sidewalk.
Yeah, meanwhile, it takes you out of the real world, if you will.
Yeah, well, right, kind of. So I'm walking down the sidewalk in Albany, say. You call me from your house.
You just blink and you're there?
Well, somehow you turn it on. He didn't go over the details, but somehow you turn it on and you'll be walking with me while we're talking. That's how this is supposed to work. And the guy interviewed him, had a good...
God knows that's horseshit because I don't walk.
Yeah, that's be about the only time I get you to fucking...
If I could sit on my couch and pretend to walk, I'm in. Otherwise...
Yeah, maybe... See, I don't know how that's going to work because how are they going to move? Is it just going to automatically move your legs? Or are you going to have to move your legs to make this work? How is this? So, I'm at a concert. Why can't I call you up and have you come to the concert with me? I see you next to me. You can see the concert as if you're there through your glasses.
So basically, you can buy one ticket for yourself and just let me go.
Well, that's what I was wondering. I could see all sorts of issues coming with this. You're not going to be able to come into concerts without having a certain... I mean, how you... Shit, you'd get half the people. Why would you even bother going to the concert if just one of us could go and put the glasses on? I'll sit on the couch and watch the concert as if I was there. And I'll tell you, virtual reality is very real. You could go to a concert. I guarantee you could go to a concert and have a good time in this virtual reality thing. It's so fucking real.
Mm-hmm. I believe that.
And that was like the beginning when it first came out when I used it.
Well more advanced now.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be. But there's a difference. I mean, going to concerts and shit, it's nice to, well, you'll hear the crowd. So I don't.
You will be the crowd.
I don't know. I guess it kind of brings up how minute some things are that we take advantage of or don't think of.
I think it sounds kind of cool and interesting, like a good idea, but at the same time, like it's like how do I want to explain it? I guess I don't. Why I would just want to go to the concert. I guess I get it's the same thing,
right?
But, you know what I mean? Like I just said, it basically puts you in this fake world to take you out of the real world. You know, like hey, Bob, I'm gonna run to the store and get some groceries. You want to ride with me? Like, yeah, tune me in. I just sit on my couch. Like that's no, like. I'll come pick me up. I'll ride in the truck with you.
I don't understand some of those things like that. Like, there's times it'll be you and me here. You'll be like, hey, I got to run to the store. You want to go? I'll be like, no, I don't feel like it. Well, if I don't feel like doing it in fucking real life, why am I going to do it in fake life?
Yeah, I mean...
Shit like that.
I don't know. We'll see, I guess, when it comes
So here's another thing, like the concert thing. Well, first of all, with concerts, I know people don't like to get bumped into. You don't like to spill your beer and stuff.
I hate that.
But that's kind of the experience in a way. You know, it's fun. Everybody's dancing around, laughing, having a good. Oh, sorry, you bump into somebody and you go about your. And then afterwards, well, you get all fucking pissy about it. But afterwards, it's like I think about that stuff. Crowds. I was like, that was a good time. You know, to me anyway, it was like an experience. And I don't think the way I'm looking, maybe I'm just being old. You know, because our parents probably said the same thing when it first came out with internet. They were probably like, oh, what's this shit? Everybody could talk to everybody.
Now look at.
Yeah, right. So maybe I'm just being old about it. I just, between that and situations like the concerts or, for instance, Yellowstone, 8 o'clock Sunday night comes on. I just call you up. I'm basically sitting on the couch with you at that point.
Yeah, I tell you to come down, but you're too cheap to drive down. You don't want to use the gas, so.
Yeah, well, I just put my glasses on. Why would I have to?
You don't want to pay for gas to come down, but you'll buy your $1,000 glasses to fucking watch it.
Once. So as long as they lasted me over a year or whatever, I'd be all right.
Yeah, just so you can get the whole...
probably 6 or 8
Just so you can get the whole episode.
Yeah.
And then if something happens, don't be...
Well, no, I mean, I'm thinking about gas, how much I would spend on gas. You know how quick I do math in my head.
Oh, yeah, and you're very good at it, actually, too. We've already
So you know what's going on in my head right now, what I'm trying to think.
You got your shoes off. Why don't you just start using your toes to...
I damn near got my feet up on your side of that.
I know. I mean, I have no room here.
Ah, fuck it. Let's put them right up.
I'm glad you like to be comfortable here so I can be scooped up in a corner. Like, God forbid I sit comfortable.
I'm glad you got these arms for us.
Thank you for letting me have a comfy chair at least.
Bottom of my socks clean?
Yeah.
Black, you know what they say. Black socks make your feet smell.
Yeah.
You always told me that.
Then put them right up on the desk, right in my face.
Let's drink this. Let's drink this fucking thing here. It's been sitting here bothering me. I had to move it so we could put Santa Claus. Oh, we did a little decorating.
What are you drinking?
This Parrot Bay right here. It's been here. My grandma gave this to me about a year ago.
Oh, I bet you that's good then.
90 proof coconut. I fucking hate coconut.
Do you?
Yeah, so here's this episode's fucking stunt right now. I could see. That ain't going to be an every episode thing, but I don't know. I keep looking. I had to move it because it was where Santa Claus
you got
is.
Santa there.
Did you see I put some little decorations for Christmas?
No, I didn't notice, but you told me about it.
Proud of them.
Some garland you were going to do or did.
Well, I had it up, but I kept knocking it off when I was just in the camper, so that was the end of it.
Eventually, we're going to get a bigger, better desk.
Oh, that smells just like
coconut, probably.
I don't like coconut, and I don't like clear liquor.
If you mix that with
Caribbean rum,
take that right there. You don't have any, but I'm saying, but there's like a V8 splash type juice.
I'll bet you that would go good in 7-Up.
What is that? A hint? You want me to drink it?
No, well, you can if you want, but I was going to
coconut and 7-Up does lemon.
Maybe
lime,
I'll save it now.
Lemon, lime, and coconut doesn't seem to go good, but that V8 splash stuff I'm thinking of goes real good. It's a can't remember.
Oh, I know. It's a juice, basically a juice.
But it's like fruity, so you don't even taste it. It's actually really good together. But
what else do I got up here? I got some. Oh, I can't stand. Let's see how much. There's a lot. Not much left in here, and there's probably as much in here as there is in here. Let's mix some coconut rum.
I heard that go right to your soul.
Oh God!
How's that coconut? Is that good?
Yeah.
Thanks, Graham.
She likes squirters. Goddamn, she's a squirter, all right.
She's a squirter.
We'll save this though. Right here.
She's a leaker.
That's the only reason I pushed that button for that puke thing in the end.
Yeah, that's what you're going to be doing by the looks of you.
Now I ended up there. That's just one drink. So these are like a shot, right? These little. Probably. What are the mini ones? They're a shot. That seems like about a shot.
It's about the size of it. Yeah, there's not.
I would say. Hell, that ain't gonna kill me. You know what that does make me think of is Aruba.
Yeah.
Just the
being
coconut
on the beach or something.
There's a lot of like coconut type drinks down there and stuff, and rums and stuff.
So what do you drink down there then if you don't like them?
Well, down at a certain point, you like about anything they fucking hand you.
Well,
they had actually. There's a picture somewhere, probably on my Facebook. This one place, it's all dressed up like a cow. It's right on and I think it's Orangestad is the name of the village, but it's like the tourists. It's right where the ships come in and stuff, which is typically shitty when you like I have a timeshare down there. You kind of stay away from the low class, the tourists and stuff. Even though I'm a tourist, but we're like a step above. You know what I mean? Anyways, so. We
First
go to
he's above eye doctors at Walmart. Now he's above tourists in Aruba.
Yeah, I don't like the low.
You're real bougie.
I don't like the economy class type of people.
Yeah, you're
you know
real bougie, aren't you?
So now I probably ruined this Arizona.
I hope so.
The
serves you right for putting us negative 74 cents.
Even without asking to.
Yeah,
isn't it something? So the place looks like a cow. It's painted like a cow. It's basically like a stand on the side of the road, but it's a little bit more of a building. It's probably the size of the garage inside. and they got a bar on the one side. And you walk in. Down there, everything is so nice all the time. Typically, everything is just open always. So you go out on the back, and there's a deck. It's almost even. It's probably only 2 feet above the ocean. Is right there, and you sit out there. You can, or you inside. And they always got like DJs, like that type of shit going on. You can hear it for a mile away,
like that techno stuff, right?
Yeah, like house music, techno, all that. But it's always like islandy type of shit. And you go in, and they got all. Is it t-shirts or dollars? I can't remember if it's.
I feel like it's dollars because you told me about it.
Okay, and I'll go with that because
I feel like you went to the one bar and you said it's literally just nothing of dollar bills everywhere.
It looks like wallpaper. There's not a spot on the fucking wall bigger than a foot wide that doesn't have a dollar bill on it. I mean, there's some 20s and shit if people were feeling whatever, but and the ceiling too. So the ceiling too, and I think no, there's hats on the ceiling. I can't remember. It was so long ago, but anyway, it's a coolish fucking place, and it reminded me because they had this. Big, huge glass.
Word of advice, if you're going to tell a story, get your fucking facts straight.
I don't know anything. When the fucking... they had this big, huge thing. It was about smaller. It was a little smaller. It was like a gallon jug. Big, huge mug. And they put like 3 straws in it. It was yellow, whatever it was. And it had ice in it, crushed up ice, but smooth. And it had, this is what it tastes like. It must have had coconut rum in it.
Parrot Bay or something.
Because I can taste, it just brought me right back.
Was it good though? Did you like it or not?
That
really?
drink?
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it. I don't know why. I hate coconut too, but I guess
if it's not so strong, it's,
and I guess if you mix it with 30 other, orange juice and whatever, mango,
you'd probably like it with that V8 splash stuff. Then I guarantee because you don't really taste it.
I'll tell you of all things. Remember that on the one episode, was it episode 2 or 3 or something? I was telling you about the Bahama Mamas. It's a type of drink, and I think it's got like grapefruit. You remember them round frozen? You keep them in your freezer. It's fruit juice.
Oh,
concentrate.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
So
you get like orange juice and everything like that.
Yeah, you make like a picture of that.
Add water to it or something.
Yep. You add some water and you add coconut rum. Or I don't even know if you add water. To be honest with you, when I was seeing them make them, I don't know what they put in them, but just constant. You're just filling with liquor. I mean, that's what all it is down there. Down there, you can drink and drive. Not that I'm saying that's the right thing, but you can, like we pull up at a red light in the Policia, they're called. They pull up next to you. And we always got a van. Like a minivan, and it's so nice. You just leave the door open, take off down the airport. We're all drinking.
Sounds real safe. Drinking and driving when the doors open,
great.
no seatbelts.
But you know what it is?
Yeah, good time.
From what I was told, I don't know a lot, but Bill always told me about. He goes down every year for like 3 weeks a year. He said it's just there's no trouble down there because there's like no lawsuits really, unless it's a major thing. The cops don't get involved with you unless it's a major thing. Obviously, if you kill someone and you've been drinking, you're going to get DWI or whatever it is. Yeah, whatever they call it down there.
If you're drinking and you kill somebody, you're getting a DWI, but you're not getting murder. So just keep.
Well, you may. I don't know, but like just
you're definitely going to get a DWI at least. We're guaranteed that.
Well, probably.
If you kill somebody while drinking, you're definitely getting a DWI.
What I'm trying to say is they don't press shit. You know what I mean? Until if something happens, things happen so little around there that it's not. They haven't come up with the laws that they've come up with here. So. I'm sure if you kill somebody, you probably get murder, manslaughter, whatever they call it down there, and DWI and all that shit. Of course, at that point, you probably don't give a fuck. But
fair enough.
That's kind of, they're almost like retroactive instead of proactive. They don't come up with, they call it one happy island.
So it's happy.
Things tightened down since, remember Natalie Holloway?
No.
That girl was probably, 15 years ago, maybe longer. She went down there with her parents, I think, or she went down. Let me look it up. It was a huge news story. It was like, who was this potato girl?
Petito?
Yeah. It was almost like that. There was big, she was such a cutie too. That's a shame. Oh, what's that thing you were telling me that they found that he shot himself?
Yeah, that was last episode or whatever. We talked about that.
Remember? Oh, we did bring it up? Okay. I didn't know if that was just in the notes or whatever.
Claiming he shot himself.
Natalie.
Hey, I didn't hear about this. This is, of course, 15 years ago.
Disappearance of Natalie.
I can't remember 15 minutes ago, but.
Yeah, that's her. That's her.
Oh, I remember her.
She kind of looks like Jewel.
I remember her, so I obviously must have heard about it. Just didn't remember the
There's
name.
a cutie. You know Jewel, the singer? God, she's a cutie. Even with that tooth. She's got that gap in her tooth.
So anyway, what happened? She went on vacation, disappeared?
Well, I don't know the exact... I don't know if she went with her parents, but she was with friends or something. She ended up with a couple of guys that she met somewhere. It's been so long that I haven't paid attention. I'd have to read through all this, and I don't have time to. But she went down there on vacation, and she just fucking vanished. I guess if I'm remembering,
they never found her dead, or she's just still gone.
As far as I know, to this day, they still have found no trace of her, and they can't. So it was almost like with, what's her name, Natalie, or what's that girl's name?
Gabby Petito.
Gabby. It was almost the same type of thing. They were like asking the three guys. She must have been out of the club or something. In fact, when I was married to Casey, she told me it was either the year before or it was that year, but she was either there before or after this happened. She walked home. You remember how she was. She would just walk in. Like she was like a hippie child. She'd just take her shoes off and walk up the side of the street. She walked home from that same bar that night in the pitch black, no flashlight or nothing. It's so nice out there. It's like 80 in the middle of the night. So you just, walking is like, it's great. You love walking down there. And she had done that, and she was just like, holy shit, it scared the shit out of her. Because
looking back, or
it must have, she must have done that just before, because if it scared her, I'm sure she wouldn't have done it afterwards.
You wouldn't think, yeah.
But from what I understand, without reading this whole thing, because I don't have the time to do it, and I might be guessing here a little bit, but she went home from that club with 3 guys that she met. And that was it. I want to say there was something about a hot tub. Last the guys said they were in a hot tub. And then she left. I don't know what the story that the guys came up with, but they came up with a story. So far, I think they got out of it.
They were the last ones to see her alive,
right?
Or whatever.
And nobody has ever seen her again. When I went down there, there was actually the first time I ever went to Aruba. When I got off in the airport at Aruba, there was somebody holding a sign. There was a man and a woman holding a sign that said Holloway on it, or Holloway, however you say it. And it spiked this in my mind, because back then it was a lot closer, and I was with Casey. I said, I wonder if that's the thing. And she said, yeah, that's her mom. Just so happens. She was in there. She was holding a sign. Maybe must have been for like a family member or something. But according to Casey, whether she knew or not, I'm assuming she did. I mean, I don't know why she would just come up with that. But I was like, holy shit, that was fucking coincidence.
Yeah, really.
I just saw the last name.
What are the chances?
Because you know at airports, they hold the sign looking for whoever. I don't know who it was, but I was like, oh, the fucking chances. I just brought it up, and she's like, yeah, that's her mom. So I guess they go down. I don't know if they still do, but they go down all the time down there, and they're searching. And the last I knew, there was something they found.
Guys, if this was 15 years ago, though, she's probably long gone. I mean,
I wonder, I'm curious to see if they ever found her or anything. The last I heard that somebody found some bones in the coral somewhere off of the coast, a little ways, like
out,
not too far out, but and I guess they were wondering if it was her.
I feel like when you just typed it in, that would have came up, like you would have seen it, like that she was found or something, instead of that she was missing. I think. I don't know.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, this is somebody else. So I just typed in, it came up. I typed in about her, and it came right up in the search thing, so I just clicked it. Who really killed Natalie Holloway? The first thing that comes up, it says, on June 3rd, 2010, Joran Vandersloot,
so it's 11 years ago,
a longtime suspect in the unsolved 2005 disappearance of American teen Natalie Holloway in Aruba, is arrested in Chile in connection with slaying of 21-year-old Stephanie Flores in Lima, Peru. Oh, so it wasn't her, but he killed somebody. So that's an awful fucking
coincidence.
Yeah, it's an awful coincidental.
He was a suspect in hers, and now they got him killing someone.
Yeah. So
if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's probably a chicken.
Here's one. I wanted to find out about her a little bit. Natalie Holloway, 16 years later, could her killer finally be charged?
Well, we want to be detectives. Maybe this is our break. Get us the timeshare.
And I want to go to Aruba.
We can go down there.
I lost that timeshare.
We could drink Parrot Bay, our coconut drinks, and become detectives and drive around with the doors open in the van and not get a DWI.
I traded probably a 40-foot walk to the ocean. A 2-bedroom room, if I remember right. Timeshare. Pool. The whole 9. Perfect location. Just far enough away from the main city that you didn't hear the noise and the bullshit, but you could walk to it.
What'd you trade it for?
A mattress.
What's wrong with that? Everybody probably would have done that.
I don't know, with that COVID and everything.
Mattress pretty comfortable, isn't it?
Actually, now's probably the time to buy one. A timeshare. With COVID and everything, people are probably trying to unload from them fucking things.
Man, if you still had it, I'd be using it all the time.
Well, the reason I traded for the mattress, I had just bought a mattress before me and my ex-wife got divorced. And
you really must have really liked that mattress, apparently.
Well, it can't. No, actually, I can't stand it. I would like to get a new one, but it's still kind of new, so I won't. But it ain't. It's fucking got to be what, 8-10 years old now.
Oh, shit. So you need a new mattress, and you still don't have the timeshare.
And I need
You're
a timeshare.
You're a fucking dummy.
Well, anyways, I got thinking because her father, it was a So it was a room like 3 rooms down. They're more like condos in a way.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 3 rooms down from her father, and he goes down for 3 weeks, and it was like the middle week of when he's down there. And I'm thinking, here I'm getting a divorce from this girl. Why am I ever going to go to Aruba and hang out with her father 3 things down at the same week he's down there? It's like
you got to pay no attention to him. Go out and do your own thing now.
No, I could. I just didn't want to be even bothered with it. Plus, who's going to go with me?
I would have.
You wouldn't go. Christ, you won't go to fucking nowhere with me.
Where's nowhere?
I don't know, but it ain't. If it ain't recovery room, you won't. What is it? Recovery room, track 32 now.
We can't even go to recovery room no more.
Oh, I got to get you to Fox and Kill.
I heard terrible over there. I heard.
I didn't think it was too bad, although I just had a burger. It was fine.
They never have no beer there. Every time you want a Bud Light, they're out. Corona, they're out.
Maybe. I don't know. They had what I had, but I just asked for a fucking Miller or something like that, or a Busch. So.
And a cheeseburger. I mean, pretty plain and simple.
I mean, it was decent. It wasn't. I wouldn't say it's like a number, like a 10 out of 10.
Was it expensive?
No. Me and Harry went, and I think it was $20. We each had 2 beers, and I had a burger, and he had some fried.
That's not too bad. Then,
green
really.
Beans or something. I didn't
Fried
think it was that
pickles?
expensive. The price was certainly not something that struck me wrong.
Was there any prime real estate there?
No. And remember that picture you sent me?
Yes.
Not a fucking one.
Really?
No, none.
Well, that's false advertisement right there. That's clickbait.
I don't know if that was a Saturday night too, wasn't it? Because you were here.
Was that? Oh yeah, I think it might have been Saturday.
You would think that's when everybody would want to be at work.
You would, yeah. On a Saturday night, absolutely.
At a bar, that's when you make your money.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
Would you ever be a bartender?
No, I'd be no good at it.
You wouldn't even learn for the money they make? Some of them fucking bartenders are make stripper money.
I feel like girls make more money just because.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, I will tell you, in my experience, typically, a male bartender or male waiter is way better than a female.
Really?
Yeah, just
you're sexist.
I feel like they have to work harder.
I didn't know you were sexist like that. You racist?
I didn't say I was sexist. You did.
Oh, you just said men are better than women.
Yeah. As far as waiters go, I feel like they do a better job.
Explain that.
I started to, but you're being an asshole.
Well, I got to fit them in when they're funny. If I wait too long,
no, I feel like the guy has to work harder because he's not a female. So basically, I feel like if it's a blonde and she's cute and pretty,
I see what you're saying.
I'm going to leave her a $20 tip just because she's good looking. I know goddamn well she ain't never. If I left my number, she's never going to call me. It's all about the money anyway. In my head, I'm thinking this, but I'm still probably going to leave a bigger tip. Oh, she's cute, whatever. So I feel like a guy has to try harder with the service.
Don't say that.
To compensate.
Because I've heard Jamie say, "How come you left such a big tip? Because she's good looking." And now you just told the world that's why. That's
what happened. She knows. She understands. It's all right.
What do they call that? Artistic privilege when you're on the radio or you're writing a book or writing a movie or a poem or something. You're supposed to be able to say that stuff. It's called a artistic privilege or something.
I would say it to her anyway. She knows it. She'd just be like, Mike, you're an asshole. And I am.
Yes, you are. Privilege.
But I just feel like they got to make up for it, so they try out. And I could be wrong. But I could tell you right now, I've had tons of male waiters, and I'm telling you, they've been the best, polite, friendly. Oh, my God. Get your food right, never a mistake. I feel like they try harder.
Well, I think a lot of girls don't like that they're gauged on their performance by their looks. In other words, not all of them, and I'm with you on this.
Well, they ought to be proud of it. She could fuck my food up, but if she's hot, I'll be like, hey, here's $20 anyway.
Well, and that's exactly what they don't like. You got to hear me through though, because I am on your side. But I think a lot of girls they don't like the idea of being hired somewhere or told they're doing a good job just because they're a girl, and that's basically
I could understand that. I would agree with that.
But I think that's like the thing. With the Hooters, remember we were talking about the Hooters girls and how it's kind of what you expect when you go in. You know what Hooters is. You know you're going to be wearing these outfits, so don't go in there and be pissed off that you have to put these outfits on. Just go to fucking Red Lobster or somewhere.
Stand it there.
I don't like their food.
I don't care if they had them walking around there naked. I don't.
Right.
Which is funny what I was just kind of saying, but their food is such garbage that they literally could be like,
she likes to squirt. Goddamn, she's a squirter, all right.
She's a squirter.
She's a leaker.
That's the sound I make when I eat their fucking wings that are undercooked.
Yeah, you'd love
overpriced.
Remember
undercooked.
that one time we went there just a couple months ago? We were already drinking.
Well, we were right there or something.
Exactly, and we were meeting my cousin there or whatever. But
that's right. He was already there.
I hate that place.
Yeah, if he wasn't there, I would have never picked that place for us to go.
There's plenty. Everything I've ever gotten from there is garbage, the food wise. They talk about their wings. I think their wings are garbage. Everything. So all they have going for them is girls walking around half naked and cold beer.
And there's only half of those half naked girls that are any good looking.
Exactly. So I can get any of that anywhere else.
So with that said, to me, if you are a bartender, and I'm not putting down bartenders, although I've told you I'll never date a bartender, for this reason, basically what we're talking about, you almost have to know when you go into that profession that that's what's going to happen. I don't know if it's as cut and dry as that.
What's going to happen? That you're like going to get hit on or flirted with or
that,
something?
and you're going to have to almost
be flirty.
You're going to use your flirtatious attitude and good looks to make more money.
Yeah, absolutely.
Almost, I can't think of a bartender that I know personally that doesn't know that. Like they don't, they'll admit it. In other words, we bring that up and they're like, yeah, we do got to do that. We make more money that way, so why wouldn't we?
But you can't blame them.
So I don't know if it's quite as extreme as going to Hooters and being pissed off about the outfit. But I think when you become a bartender, and the same for a man, really. I mean, it doesn't happen as often, but I'm sure you get like them old cougars. If there's a good looking bartender, that guy knows that this is what's going to happen, and I think you just play along. In fact, a handful of bartenders I've talked to said that. They said, we'll play along just to get money from it.
Yeah, when it's paying your bills, that's your job. That's
sure.
what you do. You know what I mean?
Well, and so that brings me to never dating a bartender. I'll never date a bartender because I can't go to that bar.
Just because she does that to make money, that doesn't make her a cheater.
That's true, but I don't care.
So
fair. You're right. I mean,
in your mind, automatically, as soon as she flirts to get a bigger tip, you're like, yeah, fuck that.
Well, because here's the thing. I'm always going to, even if I trust her, I guess if you trust her, you don't do this. But how can you go to bed at night?
You couldn't.
I don't have enough trust to go to bed at 10 o'clock on a Saturday night.
Well, she's at
knowing my girlfriend or wife is going to be working until 2 or 3 in the morning in some bar down in Albany. I just don't want. So maybe I have the trust. I guess I don't know. I could go to bed and say, she wouldn't do that. We've been together so long, and I trust her.
Liar.
But it'll always be that
you won't sleep. I'll be getting the text.
Yeah, there'll always be that 2% in my head that just keeps fucking churning, and then what'll happen is she won't fucking text me or something, won't call.
You'll find a different reason. You won't use that, but you'll find something else.
Well, I'll be able to hold it off for about a split second, and then something will go in my head like, what about that guy that was there last weekend?
Yeah, he's there every weekend. It's like,
yeah, and she had him get in the car with him to smoke a cigarette or something. I don't even know. Christ, I don't know people that really smoke anymore, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just making shit up, but it would just fucking churn in my head to the point where I wouldn't be able to sleep.
And I'd have to hear about it.
And here's the thing, whether she did anything bad or not, I'm just not going to put myself through it.
In your head, it won't matter at that point.
And I don't, there's not somebody worth it that I've met yet that I'm going to put myself through that every night. I'd rather just not be with her, be single, and sleep like a baby every night.
So what it comes down to is you're the fucked up one.
Actually, I'm saving her from getting hurt. From me not trusting her, accusing her of shit.
Oh, you're doing a community service.
And breaking up when she cheats on me. If she cheats on me.
I see. You're always out to help people.
I'm doing it for her.
You help the taken girls decide that they want
Actually,
their men.
I know we're busting balls, and I get it, but it kind of brought it up in my head. It is kind of the truth in a way. Like, it doesn't... I think what I do... Like, remember Breezy? I told her that first night. When I gave her the number, she started talking. I said, I shouldn't have done it. I don't date bartenders. You were there. You know that story.
And you started finding every excuse.
She was hot, too. God, she was hot.
Except, she had big hands or something.
Well, that was right. I come up with any excuse. I just make shit up.
That's what I mean. You were starting to come up with anything.
Well, and that's why, because I didn't want to put in the effort to worry about her being a bartender. So in my mind, it was like, I better just get out of this now instead of leading her on for a year and then breaking up.
She's been with the same guy for, I can't tell you, probably the most
faithful,
probably the most faithful girl that you probably ever would have had.
That I ever let slip through the fingertips.
Yep. All because of her big hands. And
but I wouldn't have known that. You don't see that from the inside in or inside out. You only see that from the outside in. And we don't know that. I mean,
true.
Things look great on Facebook, but we don't know that.
That's true.
She's not going to make a post about how she slept with somebody 2 nights ago. So
maybe some do.
Yeah, if she's that fucking honest, I would trust her.
Yeah.
I still would be with her. Yeah. Get the fuck out of my house, but I trust you from now on.
You got big hands, and you tell me that you bang other guys.
Yeah.
I don't want nothing to do with you.
Hey, I appreciate your honesty, but you got big fucking hands, and I don't like that.
Yeah, get the fuck out. Use those big hands to carry your suitcase and get out.
What are some of the things that makes me think of that? What are some of the things that I come up with as excuses to get away?
The list is
I know you know. I can't think of them when we talk about it. I'm like, I don't fucking know.
You've come up with noses. You don't like their noses, their mouths.
I know what you're talking. That one girl's nostril was a little bit bigger than
my God.
I look for anything.
You literally Literally
Horrible.
anything. To the point now I got to look at them. I'm like, what are you talking? And now they catch me. I'm doing like one of these, staring at them. Like they're moving around working. I'm like, just fucking stay still for a minute. I'm looking like, Bob, the nostrils look even to me. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's
You're
so
like,
minute.
no, and then she'll turn or something. You'll be like, did you see that, Bob? See? And I'm like, yeah, I guess so, Bob. You're right. Yeah, fuck her. Her nose is all fucked up, I guess. I don't know.
See how she walks on her heels?
Yeah.
I don't fucking
You see
like
how she
that.
walks on her feet?
Yeah,
What the fuck is
I'm
wrong
not a
with
big
her?
fan of walkers.
Yeah, on their feet.
Yeah, there's been some
you
things.
come up with crazy
and,
shit.
But then I say 20 minutes ago how I like Jewel because and she's got that gap in her tooth that I think is cute.
Yeah, and you like deaf and blind girls.
Yeah. Yeah, isn't that fucked up? I don't know how to answer that. I don't know why. I don't know why that is.
I don't either. We've been going through this for years.
I think
there's no rhyme or reason to anything you do or say. Trust me.
I think that's the whole thing with attraction. I think you can get over a lot of shit if you're genuinely attracted to somebody. And I guess this goes to show that I think everybody's like, you're so shallow if you just meet somebody on their looks. Well, how am I going to if I don't know somebody?
If you're not attracted to them, why would you even want to put the work in?
Why everybody's like, oh, you can't be that shallow. What if they have a nice personality? Well, I'll tell you what, if I'm sitting at a bar, at a restaurant, or in the fucking grocery store, and there's a good looking girl on the other side of the grocery store, and I notice her, it's like, oh, she's pretty. Maybe I'll go talk to her. If the girl is 450 fucking pounds,
you're not going to waste your time.
Right. I just can't. She could be the best fucking girl in the world, the best personality you've ever met in your life. How fitting you. But if I'm not physically attracted.
How fitting you saw a 450 pounder in the grocery store. Really?
That's right. And then I followed her to church and the library and back to her house. And we had Thanksgiving dinner.
No, but I get what you're saying. If you're not attracted to them, I mean, it is what it is.
Call me shallow, but I'm not going to be with somebody.
There's nothing wrong with a bigger girl. That's just not what you like. That's
right.
Not,
some people are into that. Some people aren't.
Absolutely.
No, wait a minute. I got to back that up. There's at 400 fucking pounds, there is something wrong with you. And I'll be dead serious. I'm fucking passionate about this.
What is wrong with you?
Well, people will say, oh, you can't make fun of them people. Now, there's some people that are that big. Have a drink of that 7-Up, bud. There's some people that are that big that have health issues. And I can understand that. They can't help it. But the people that are just fat fucks and they sit in their fucking couch and they got bags of potato chips falling all over them.
Sitting in their beanbag chair naked, eating Cheetos.
Don't fucking tell me, oh, some people, you got to be nice to them people. Maybe they have a good... You know what? If anything, I'm saving their fucking life because they'll have a heart attack or a fucking cardiac arrest or a fucking stroke.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, I'm fucking passionate about this right now, motherfucker.
I'd see that Parrot Bay's getting to you.
Yeah, it is. That's what happens when I drink liquor. I'm ready to fuck fat bitches.
Yeah, been there, done that, haven't you?
Oh, God. No, I'm just kidding. Not that big.
Oh,
but yeah, there's a truth. There's this thing going on where there's these models now. Plus size models. And what their people are doing is basically saying it's okay to be overweight and unhealthy. That's how I look at it. Like, I'm not making fun of somebody that's big because I don't know their situation. If they have a health issue that they can't help,
I don't think that they're trying to push the issue that it's okay to be, heavy and unhealthy. I think they're trying to push the fact that you have to be, 100 pounds soaking wet to be considered pretty or attractive, I guess.
That's fair. I think being too skinny can be unhealthy too.
That's what I feel the whole plus model thing is about, is just trying to show that I guess all women are beautiful in their own way.
They aren't.
I'm not attracted to bigger girls either, even though I'm a big fat fuck myself. I don't like bigger girls either.
It just is, right? It's just what
people,
it is.
There's people out there that do, and I just think that's what that's about, though, is to show that it's not showing you can go be a 400-pound slob and be unhealthy. No, it's not that. It's she could be 400 pounds and be beautiful to this guy, but maybe not you.
Right.
So I guess.
Well, too,
to play devil's advocate.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm
I said,
glad you debated me on that just so I could think about it a different way. I guess it almost isn't even about the beauty anymore. I know we talked about it and then we joked, but it almost isn't about the beauty. To me, it's like, don't make people feel good about having a shitty diet and poor fucking health. Is my thing. It's like, so all of a sudden now it's cool to be overweight. Because, you're so
finally.
Plus size is
finally, I feel good now. Thank you.
I certainly don't make you feel good about fucking. I don't give you no slack.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm telling the truth. I just don't want you to die, bud.
Yeah.
I just want you to live.
Now I know you're fucking lying. Yeah. Now I really know.
I don't know, but there is some truth to that. We joke and stuff, and I'm not attracted to big girls physically. as far as looks goes.
Until he's
But
drinking.
Until I get into the Parrot Bay and the turkey leftovers.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a story. I don't know how deep I can get into it.
Oh,
A lot of listeners.
Yep. A lot of listening ears for some of them.
Yep.
We got a lot of stories though.
Anyways, I called her the turkey.
Yeah. That's what it looked like. I
Good
guess.
looking, standing up. And she got in the bed and yanked them legs up there by her shoulders, and her stomach wadded up like a fucking butterball turkey. She couldn't even.
So instead of walking away, he decided to stuff her.
Oh, you know, when somebody puts a plate in front of you, you don't fucking be rude.
You can't turn down a butterball
No,
turkey.
you eat what I was told from a young
You
child.
always clean your plate.
You clean your fucking plate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or you won't eat again tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I wanted to eat again.
What's it called? What the hell is that saying?
Poverty?
No.
Oh, that's what my fucking saying. That's how I.
Oh, what's up about what's for dinner or whatever? Your choices are eat it or fucking don't or something.
Oh,
You-
yeah,
you know what I
that,
mean?
yeah.
Like,
Hey, you. What? Do you want some dinner? Yeah. What are we having? Food or not food or some fucking thing. I know what you're saying.
Either way.
It's a meme on. I think yours was right actually.
But anyway, he doesn't like big girls till he's drinking, or it's been a while.
I don't really even like them when I'm drinking, but I just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah, I get the text and I did it again, Bob.
I never really been with a big girl though, like a big one. I never been with a fucking. There ain't one of them has squealed or mooed
Thank God.
without me telling them to. They do what Daddy tells them when we're on the farm.
You don't like him calling you daddy, remember?
That's right.
So don't refer to yourself as daddy.
Don't call me Daddy, but you want to squeal or moo?
You feel free.
Yeah.
I'm right into it.
I don't mind squealing. I don't mind mooing, but I don't like.
You draw the line at 450
I don't like the
pounds, though?
chicken sounds.
The fuck is wrong with you? What happened to the ending of this show here? went right off the deep end.
I think we kept her afloat. I think she's going pretty entertainment-wise.
Yeah, it is now. Oh my God.
Or should
One sip of Parrot Bay, man, and here we go.
I don't know if this is comedy or documentary anymore.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna lose listeners or gain. It's a gamble.
I don't know.
Let's call it a gambling show. That's what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
We're about to find out.
So that's the story of that.
Either people are going to refer us or they're going to fucking block us.
I've never been. They've all done it too. They just won't admit it. It's you know what? Fucking a fat girl's like riding a scooter. They're fun to fucking ride, but you don't tell your friends about it. Ching 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 ching. I see the little fucking bell.
You're fucked up. You are. I'm not.
Dude, I've never. Oh, you're backing right out of this. This is a little touchy.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not in this one. For the record, anybody listening, I have nothing to do with this.
He loves fat chicks.
Yeah,
he loves fat chicks.
I love everybody. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
I've never been with an overweight. There's been some bigger, like huskier, but I've never been with
it's
a.
just not what you like.
Right. I'm not going to sink that low.
So anyway, though, back to what you were saying though about you can't be shallow because you have to, you can't just like a girl on her looks. That's what started all this.
Yeah.
With.
Yep.
So I mean, basically, where were you going with that? Until we got all this sidetracked.
Well, I guess I was hoping that we'd just go somewhere, and we did.
Well,
right to the fucking.
I didn't know if you had more
toilet.
to it. I didn't know if you had more to it or not. But.
I don't know. I just think it's the truth. It's not. I've just got done telling everybody how I'm not shallow because I don't feel like I'm shallow because looks are important. And then I go on about this whole.
The thing of it is, I think if they say that themselves, it's no different for them though. Like a girl's not going to talk to a guy that she's not attracted to.
Exactly.
You know what
there
I mean?
has to be physical. I don't care if you have a fucking 10 out of 10 personality. If you're not physically attracted to somebody, it's just not going to work. Mm-hmm. Nothing mean, nothing. And there's pretty girls. There's been girls you'd be like, man, she's really pretty. And I'll be like, I don't really think she is. Or vice versa. You'll be like, she's not that. So it's not, it is what it is. Somebody will like her.
Just not you or me.
I remember when I first started selling cars, John Chitsey was the general manager. And he told me something that it was like the customer was too old or something. He was trying to push me on to get this certain car. And I remember saying to him something, they seemed too old for like a sports car. They weren't really looking for that. And he said something about there's an ass for every seat. And I never forgot that. And it's just the same thing. There's somebody who always likes somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
It's just you got to find that person.
So, unfortunately, according to you, if you're 450 pounds, you have to do a lot more searching to find that person.
Yeah. Here's something. Get touchy again here. I don't know what.
Get adjusted. Get the
get the
mic
microphone ready for this shit.
I want to hear this sound good.
Do you think if somebody is super overweight, 500-600 pounds, you ever see on TV these people are super wicked overweight?
I've seen where they had to cut the wall to get them out of the house.
Sure. Well, you know how sometimes, and this pisses me to fuck off because I'm single, I can't find nobody, and these motherfuckers are finding other people that are 500-600 pounds, and they're together.
Because you don't have a good personality. You gotta have a fucking personality, Bob.
Maybe I'm the only one that cares about physical attraction after all.
Yeah, apparently.
You can't tell me that a 500-pound guy meets this 500-pound girl and they're genuinely attracted to each other physically.
Maybe they are, though, because...
What does his weight or her weight have anything to do? So if I weigh 190 and I find this chick, whatever, good looking, whoever. Well, if I weigh 5 and I don't find, like we just said, it's nothing against, it's what it is. Maybe it's a medical thing. I just don't find really fat women good looking. So now I find this girl good looking. I don't find this other one good looking. In 10 years, if I gain 400 pounds, now all of a sudden I'm going to find the big girl attractive and not the little girl. I don't see that changing. I think I'll still find the one.
You're attracted to what you're attracted to, as far as I'm
regardless of your weight, right? So you can't tell me that these big super heavy people are attracted to the. I think they're just taking what they can fucking get.
I could be really going out. Well, that's what I was.
I know that sounds mean, but I literally
was just going to say that. Unfortunately, I was going to go out on a limb, and maybe at some point you just kind of settle. You find somebody that maybe you're not entirely, which kind of contradicts what you were saying, and I kind of agreed with, but maybe you find somebody that you have common interest with and has a decent personality, and you may not be completely attracted to them, but you're like, well, fuck.
Is that okay, though?
I can't get the 100-pound girl that I really want, so I don't want to be alone forever, so I guess I'll take Susie that,
Is that
I don't
okay,
know.
though?
Maybe to them. I mean, I wouldn't do it.
Now, why not? If it's okay for them,
I'll tell you right now, you want to hear something real fucked up, and this is real talk to me, just because I'm just not attracted to them. If I was with a girl 2 years, 20 years, 40 years, and they were, 100 pounds when I met them, and they go 120, 30, 40, 50 maybe, but all of a sudden, for whatever reason, something happens, they're 300 pounds 20 years down the road, I'm fucking leaving. Yep. I'm not attracted to you.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
I hate to say it, but I'm with you.
And that sounds really mean. That's really cruel and mean, but I'm just telling you.
Other than a medical thing, if I was in love with a girl and she actually legitimately tests came back and they're like her metabolism and went to, and it was something she couldn't control, and I loved her, I would stick with her. I swear to God, I would.
You're with somebody for a while, you can love them for who they are, their personality and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. But there always has to be that physical attraction there, no matter what. If you lose a physical attraction, I don't think there's enough love and personality there to carry you through. In my opinion.
Right. And here's the thing with that.
That's just my opinion.
I saw something somewhere, or I read something somewhere about this, and they were trying to explain why they weren't being shallow, and they were just being honest. They said the same thing as you. And it was along the lines of what we were talking about, these plus-size models. Not so much plus-size. I guess it would be bigger, actual big girls. Why should somebody stay with somebody if the other person doesn't take care of themselves? You hear it all the time. Oh, I got married and let myself. I did. When I was married, Christ, I put on 40 pounds. No wonder she left.
And by the looks of you never got rid of it.
I most certainly got rid of it. But I got a little back. But I got rid of those 40. I traded those 40 in for.
You got rid of 15 and gained 20. So
I traded in 40 for 25. So I fluctuate. Yeah. It's wintertime. It's just Thanksgiving was just the other fucking day.
So you still fucking bloated from that?
Yeah, I will be for the next 5 or 6 years.
Okay.
Anyways, I get what you're saying about that. If you get married or something, and you see it all the time. Guys, happens to guys too. I'm not just talking about girls. I'm talking about if guys are this fat or overweight too. I'm not this. I guess it's because we're two guys. It's just typical because we're attracted to girls. So we just but we don't.
One of us is attracted to girls.
I don't.
The other one,
right? Me, yeah. So I got to be careful.
Yeah, tread real lightly.
Yeah, that just, if you don't give a fuck about your body anymore or yourself as a person.
Well, it's just to play, it would be no different. So the guy is with somebody and the girl gains weight or gets bigger and he wants to leave. He's not attracted to her. Oh, he's an asshole, this and that. Let's reverse the roles. Maybe not all, But I'm telling you right now, some girls would do the exact same thing. I met you when you were 200 pounds, ripped, muscular, six-pack, all this and that. Now you're 475 pounds, and I'm not attracted to you. I'm leaving you. Right. They would do the same fucking thing. Maybe not all of them. Like I said, maybe not, and maybe not all guys would either. But I'm telling you, some of them would.
Well, and I got to clarify, too, if somebody put on a little bit of weight over the holidays or something.
Exactly.
Even up to a certain, if somebody was 120 when I met them and now they're 160 or something, that's quite it's 40 pounds, but I'm not saying I'm that fucking horrible of a person. You put on some weight and I'm fucking out of here. But I'm just saying if you put on 100 pounds, 150 pounds, and you're not even doing anything to work on yourself or keep your health.
Fix it
or you know what I mean? Even for your own fucking good. So you don't have a heart attack or have fucking cholesterol issues or anything. You don't even have any interest, then why do I got to put in all the effort to fucking be present? I don't know. But I can't, again, if it was a health thing or a couple pounds, I'm not leaving. The health thing, I promise I would stick around with that, because I've always said this too. If I was with somebody and really loved them, and God forbid, like a car accident, I see this shit on TV all the time, and it always makes me wonder. You see a guy or a girl get in an accident. They're paralyzed now from, say, the waist down. My first thought is the other half going to stay? They always say, oh, yeah, I love you. I'm not going anywhere, and holding their hand in the hospital. But I'd love to see that story a year or two from now if that person stayed. And I will tell you right now, that's one thing. If I'm in love with somebody and they break their back or whatever happened, get paralyzed, I won't go anywhere for that reason, because it wasn't their fucking fault.
I always wondered, like, if they got disfigured or something, would the other half stay? Yeah. Basically along the lines of what you're saying.
And I would.
You know what
if it wasn't, if they got in a car accident, something like that, it was absolutely. That's out of their control. It's not that they didn't, it's not that they changed as a person.
I was just
this just was a misfortune.
They're still the same person.
Exactly.
However, we say that if they gain 330
they're not
pounds,
the same person. They don't care anymore.
Okay.
They've changed. That's the way I look at it.
Fair enough. I'm just playing devil's. I get it, and
I appreciate you debating me on that. Because
you know what I mean.
You never know. I might,
because some people out there might be saying that literally. Like you literally just said they're the same person. So because they gain weight, they're not the same person. Well, yes, they are. So some people they could. I
don't think mentally they are.
Well, that's right. Probably not mentally, because they're letting themselves go. So you could be right on that.
Now here's another thing, like 1A of the example here. Somebody that gets paralyzed and then doesn't care anymore. I would even give them a break on that and not leave them, because I could see if I was paralyzed, I would kind of give up on shit. You know what I mean? I just feel like you lose your fucking both arms, or you lose both your legs. You kind of give up on life a little bit. I can't say I would. I still don't think I would leave them then. I think I would.
What
still
I've
stay.
gathered over these last couple shows is that you really have a sweet spot for like blind, deaf, crippled women,
disfigured,
missing a limb. You really attracted to them, I see. I guess that way, if they have no arms, you don't have to worry about the big hands.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'm not into big hands or like an off-size.
So if they don't have any fucking hands, you don't even have to worry about that.
So you know what? I'm not all that fucking shallow. I'll take all them fucking things.
Who are you trying to convince, me or you?
Me. So when a girl's got one big nostril and not the other big nostril, and I call her Coke Nose, don't get fucking mad at me, because we know that I'm willing to take all them other things.
And we know how you hate Coke or coconut, so...
Yeah.
How's that drink?
Feel it in my soul.
See how easy it is to get him drunk and going? Now you wonder why he's stuffing turkeys after 2 beers.
You better be careful. You're the only fucking turkey in this studio. I'll be stuffing lions before the night's over. Be a fucking taxidermist.
Take it easy, Giselle.
I'm going home. I'm done with this fucking podcast.
I wish you would.
I'm going home. What's this? What, episode 10?
I think so.
Let me double check. I don't want to say that. And,
no, it's 10.
I'll write it on the fucking thing.
We know what they are. It's episode 10.
That's it. Thanks, guys. Everybody that came over from my my YouTube page, I appreciate it.
I want to say thank you.
To also the comments you guys left me on that video I posted on my page. Unbelievable. That one guy.
I was reading through them.
There was so many, and I feel so horrible.
That's literally what makes all this worth it.
I meant to try to remember who. Wait a minute. I wanted to try to remember this one because it really stood out. Everybody's comments were great. They're all, "Oh, we're gonna miss you, and I hope your health is good, and we'll follow." A lot of them were like, "Yeah, we'll follow you right over because we hope you're right or whatever." But one of them really stood right here. It was Bruce S. on my page. He says, damn, son, I hope you get it sorted out. Just an FYI, I got into trucking and even my own authority because of you. Thank you for that. I finally have some peace in my life. That's fucking amazing.
To know that you help somebody, essentially.
You know, we joke around and I bust balls and stuff, but ever since I started my YouTube and when it got a little traction and got a little bigger and the people on TikTok, we always bust each other's balls about followers and stuff. But you know that I've always said, I don't understand why they do, why people follow me. And some of the things they say, I can't understand why because I don't see it. I think I'm kind of humble. I guess somebody that's humble doesn't tell people they're humble, but you get what I'm saying. But when I saw that comment, I was like, I fucking get it. That
makes me think of, I was read through a lot of them, and I want to say, too, thank you to everybody that came over, even though they came over for you because they were your followers. I appreciate that very much as well because it's, we're doing this together, and I appreciate that as well because now they're...
Well, don't forget, you were in a couple of videos.
Well, yeah, but I appreciate that. It was nice. But a lot of those comments I was reading, all of them were positive and, like that. But in my mind, some of them were like, you don't realize how much you helped me or whatever.
And I didn't until those comments.
Well, what I'm getting at, though, is what they don't realize is they seem to be helping you just as much as you help them, though.
That's
because
true.
It makes you feel good.
That's a great point.
So they don't realize that you're basically helping each other, essentially. You know what I mean?
Which in turn almost fucking helps themselves, really, because then it makes me want to keep doing these dumb fucking podcast ideas or YouTube or whatever.
That's what we do it for, because without the listeners, I say it probably every episode.
Oh, yeah, we would have done 2 episodes if nobody gave a shit. Then
we want everybody to know how appreciative we are, because if people weren't listening and they weren't following us, we would be done right now. Mm-hmm. Why would we do it? To have 2 followers? I mean, you know what I mean?
Why waste
it's not really
energy?
worth it. Yeah, exactly. Why put all this?
Why put the mics in front? We could just go out in the garage, drink beer, and do the same thing.
Exactly. So it's we really appreciate it. We really do.
Yeah, I wanted to bring that up and they were all, like I said, they were all great comments. There's a couple haters. I've noticed as I got a little bit bigger.
You can't please everybody. You can't please everybody.
There's some people that like to just follow me through the things, just say nasty shit, and I just fucking block them. I don't have the time.
You get it everywhere you go, though. What are you going to do?
I don't have. Well, what happens is it kind of suffers from the other people because it gets to the point where you start to see that. I don't have a whole lot of hate yet because I don't have that many, but it's coming. I'm just tapping on that edge of that, and it makes me pay attention to comments less, and I always feel bad about that because I try to get to all the comments, but I just miss some. Mm-hmm. And that is, it's like, I don't want to see that shit. So I just kind of scroll down through quick and see a couple like them and go on. And I feel bad about that. But I guess, too, it's got to the point where with all the social media shit, that it's my own fault. But all the shit that I got involved in, I just can't really keep up. So I bring that up. I appreciate all those comments and all the ones you guys have left on this channel's videos. But that one really stood out and really hit me right in the fucking heart. It really did.
You literally sent it. I
sent this right to Mike.
I think I already saw it at that point anyway. But yeah, you sent it to me, so that's how. I mean, obviously, if you just told me, I would know. Like, I know what the hell when you meet it and shit. But when you sent it to me, I could tell that one really stood out. So
look at this. Speaking, it's so funny. This happened. Anyways, I want to finish that. Thank you guys all really for that. I really appreciate it.
Thank you to each and every one of you.
While we're talking about this. My phone lights up.
Is it a hater?
No, it's not even. This is funny. My phone lights up. I get a message on Facebook. First of all, that's one thing, and I should say that too. I hate doing all this serious shit, but I don't accept anybody on Facebook. It's the only thing I have.
You need to have one platform for yourself.
I have TikTok. I have Instagram. I have fucking 2 YouTube channels. Well, ours, but I'm here, so it's mine too. I just have so many. I just needed a place where it's just me and my friends and my own
family.
Shit. Right, and my family. So that's why if you guys have sent me...
You're entitled to have that.
If you guys have sent me a friend request on there and you've noticed that I haven't responded, that's why. It's nothing... Send me one on Instagram. I'll talk to you all day long.
Yeah, it's nothing personal.
Right.
You just need a hub for yourself.
Anyways, so while we're talking about all the haters and these messages and comments, on Facebook I get a message from a guy, Ken Free Spirit. He would like to connect with you. Ken's, hello, how are you? The icon is a chick. So these fucking scammers can't even... It's a girl's picture in a guy's...
You should play along with it. Like, see what they just, hey, how are you? Can you send me...
I should.
Could you send me... Typically, they're asking for money.
I should switch it around. Hey, I need money.
Yeah, or if they ask, absolutely. What's your address? I'll mail you the money. How much do you need?
What if, I was just thinking about last episode, what if that is actually a girl, and I just said this on the air, and her name is actually Ken? I like those names.
Well, Ken, you better hope you're not 450 pounds.
That's all.
It's simple as that.
Well, I would I would let her be.
Although I was going to say,
if she had a missing leg or something.
With a name like Ken, everything goes out the way. She could be 500 pounds. You like those guy names.
A 500-pounder with no hearing?
One leg named Ken.
My fucking pants are getting tight just thinking about it.
You're pitching a tent. End the show.
All right, that's enough. Don't try to touch it. Get over there on your side.
Swatting it give me a fly swatter. Put that thing away.